I never know if these lives actually start on time or not. I can really hear my own voice. There we go. Happy Friday. Thank you for here, for spending your Friday with me. Really appreciate it. We got a cool giveaway. Yeah, there should be only peace in it. We'll talk about that in a second. I don't know. Can you hear me? Is everything go? I know these start so stupid. I need like someone to help me with these. Can everybody hear me? Um, okay. All right. All right. Let's party. Let's party. I have to watch my own ads. So I do the thing here, but then I look at the comments here. Um, okay, good question. We'll talk about that. So basically, here's what we're gonna do. You already know what we're gonna talk about. I feel like that's just gonna come up. I am more than excited to have a lively conversation or even debate with you. But if you're just gonna come and like scream, then Turts and Herps and the other mods are just going to straight up like ban you right away. So let's not do that. And your comment won't even go through. No one's gonna see it. So um, see, like I think this person's just joking, obviously. Sup, Twix? Yeah, there we go. All right, there you go. Just like that. Yeah, so Turts and Herps, feel free, like all those people, you can just like straight up ban them right away. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to have that discussion too. Also, we're gonna give something away. So I'm such an idiot because like I forget what Sean's business is called, but Chantel might chime in and let us know. I'm giving this away. Okay, so this is not. I'm not This is not associated with the Reptarium or Legacy Aquarium at all. But someone I know made this, and I'm not trying to make any money off of it. It will be given away, and then I'll be giving a donation to the Legacy Aquarium. So this is not a licensed product. I am not making money off of it. I'm giving it away for free tonight, and then giving a donation to the Legacy Aquarium, which I already have given them almost $10,000 so far, or pledged. So the money from the one 2 times ago, the money's just sitting there. I'm just waiting for it to like be directed where to go. So anyway, okay, yeah, it is a beautiful sign. I'm really excited for it. What are we not? I don't know what we're not. Okay. Also, was that it? Yeah. And then we're going to talk about the mistakes that I made throughout doing this whole thing also. But and then we're trying to sup, KJ. What we're trying to do is we're trying to do a trip the end of the year or beginning of next year to Pakistan, and I want to study leopard geckos in the wild. Not only like there's, I want to do cobras and stuff too, but leopard geckos especially. So if you're going to do super chats tonight, the money will go towards that trip because those trips are. I know people comment all the time. Hey, well, you get to travel the world for free. It's like, no, I don't. I pay out of pocket for all of those things and hope to make money back in the videos, and I never do. So yeah, those are not sponsored. If you're Reptiliatus, they're sponsored. Good for him, and he deserves it. But for me, not so much. So okay. I think you taught me. I wish this little heart thing wasn't in the way, but I will give myself a heart. Why not? Can't love yourself. It's actually a laughing emoji. That's way more accurate. Um, okay. Who's your favorite Transformer? Why won't this thing go away? I don't remember any of the Transformers. Mega. Oh, Megatron. Megatron's my favorite one. I get it. Oh, dude, Dubia. Okay, I will address the Dubia thing too because I haven't really addressed it. Um, and I'll explain exactly why. So, yeah, yeah, I want to go to Pakistan. So I'm trying to plan a Pakistan thing, Pakistan trip with Fadi of Daffy's Reptiles, and probably more people, but for sure Daffy, because yeah, I just think that that'd be a fun trip. And he's been to the Middle East before, that part of the world. I know Pakistan's not technically the Middle East, but and I never have, and I think it'd be cool. And I just want to. We have contacts in Pakistan who would take us around and give us a place to stay and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really yeah the animal drama thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that. If you guys have questions about it, I'll be more than happy to. Also, super chats, we guzzle pickle juice. It's another thing. I don't know how to turn this. Oh, it has a remote. So, yeah. Yeah, pet tube drama. Exactly. Also, we're giving this away today. It's pretty cool. So it's a USB thing. I just have it hooked up to. It doesn't reach the wall, so I just have it hooked to it. But it just plugs into like a charging block. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna give that away later. All you have to do is stick around and then comment. Oh, and it costs no money to enter for that either. I'm just gonna give money to the Legacy Aquarium. Pickles. Okay. Um, hey, what is the material used for those nice black enclosures? It's PVC. So all these enclosures are PVC enclosures, and it's my favorite thing to make enclosures out of. PVC, it's light, durable, strong. You can move it around, holds humidity really well. PVC, in my opinion, is just like the best enclosures that you can buy. Jamie Wright, 5 pounds. Hi, Adam. Don't justify yourself to the haters. Enjoy watching your videos. Oh, this is how I was supposed to start the stream. I'm not justifying myself to anybody. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely nobody, or whatever Conor McGregor said. Obviously, I'm kind of joking, but at the same time, like if you came here for an apology, like that's not what this is. Sorry. Yeah, unless you can convince me otherwise, which I'm totally open to, but that's not what this is. Amy Carr, your Wi-Fi may be slow this video. Okay, good. I'm glad everything's not blurry and you can hear me, and that's great. Okay, good. Where did you get them from? So a bunch of different places. Here, let's read the super chat and we'll get into it. Soda's Exotics 4.99. 8U commented to, I think you meant, are you coming to Turtle Fest next month at Thai Parks? No, I'm not. It's really far, and I just got a lot of other stuff going on. So unfortunately, no, but I wish nothing but the best, and I actually love Thai Park. I've only met him once, but he was one of the guys that was pretty outspoken about this whole thing. Being a turtle hater, yeah. And also just in general, like that's an OG who's, been doing a lot for the community forever. So where did I get these from? So these ones here I bought these for the two. It was like $7,000 from Cornell's World. Alice Kane, $5. Thank you, Alice. Excuse me. I really appreciate it. These ones, so these, like this one right here, this big one, pvccages.ca, and the two on the top are that too. So those are probably the cheapest ones I have. And honestly, with PVC cages, what you pay for is what you get. When you buy an enclosure, if it's cheaper than another enclosure, it's worse every time, in my opinion, or in my experience anyway. The best ones for sure, in my opinion. So these ones are cages, and the one on the bottom is cages also. And then the big boy over there, which I want to show you, that one is custom reptile habitats. So in my opinion, custom reptile habitats and cages are for sure the best ones. And I have a dedicated video for each of them. To be perfectly out there, they do not sponsor me. I do not get paid any money by custom or cages, but they have sent me enclosures to use. So they're not paying me to say good things. Like I'm just telling you, those are. And generally, when someone sends you an enclosure, they're proud of the enclosure. So there's also a new company in Canada, Reptile Ready, which I really, really like. I haven't had an opportunity to make that one. But like a video about that, but I have one upstairs that there's nothing in so far. I was kind of toying with this idea. You guys tell me if this is silly or not. Yes, we're siblings. I don't know how to at you. Yeah. And I don't think it worked anyway. Douglas Kelly, thanks for the $1. Yeah. Oh, you haven't changed your last name on your, I'm telling Preston. Okay. What was I just saying? These are all over the place. Oh, and that's a Zen Habitats one over there, which is not technically PVC. That one, so Zen and Dubia have a similar sort of structure in that there's like panels and stuff where like it's hard to explain, but I would say in terms of what you're getting, like there's pvccages.ca, right, which is like it's a Corolla, it'll get the job done, and then there's like say Dubia and Zen. And by the way, Zen is so freaking nice. So I don't know if you guys follow me on social media. I got engaged last week. Thank you. You can say the congratulations. I'm not trying to boast about it. Zen Habitats went out of their way to find my email, which they had because we were affiliated, and then send me a congratulations. Like so freaking cool. Like the nicest people. Yeah, my sister has reptiles and stuff. So anyway, Zen are super nice people. Anyway, so they're like the second tier, Zen and like Dubia, because they're like the, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, that's when you get into the like solid PVC. And then with that, I'd say like Cornell's World's kind of like here. And then you're getting into like cages and custom and things like that. So anyway, I made a whole video about it a long time ago, 2 years ago. It's been a while. So yeah, anyway, and I mean, no disrespect. PDA. Yeah, Trish will be here later. She's dealing with kiddos and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Trish is the best. So sorry, didn't put my question. Just a thumbs up. Oops, my first time ever doing that. Okay, well, sorry, Turts and Herps. If Douglas Kelly asks a question but doesn't send a super chat and I miss it, can you reiterate it? So yeah, Trish is out right now with the kiddos, so she'll be back and she'll be on. Like we'll do reptile stuff later. Um, I look like I lost some weight. Thank you. That's really nice. I don't think I did. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself in a long time. I feel kind of bloaty actually. I went for dinner earlier and it was delicious. And also, you ever do like you ever go for dinner with people and you try to do like the sneaky bill thing where you sneak away and try to like pay the bill? Someone did that like before I did, and it takes your manhood away a little bit. Um, Love the videos. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Do you recommend buying chameleons from? Do not buy anything from PetSmart or Petco in terms of animals. Because here's the thing: people always say, and I've explained this before. No, 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 no. Trish is not the zookeeper. I did not propose to my zookeeper. My zookeeper is an 18-year-old woman that I'm 33 almost. So no. Aria is the zookeeper. Trish is my fiance. She is not. We did not meet through Wickens Wicked Reptiles. Uh, yeah. So yeah. No, Trish is not the zookeeper. What was I just saying? Man, this is all over the place. It's been a weird, like since getting back from Cuba, it's been like a lot of. There's been a lot going on. Brothers. Okay. Yeah, Ash is a dude. My baby lever gecko has parasites. I took him to the vet. Oh, okay, sorry. PetSmart and Petco. So I've said this before, but maybe you missed it. I understand. People say all the time, I want to rescue a pet from Petco or PetSmart. And the entire idea with that is, well, it's a suffering animal. It's obviously in a bad condition, which is usually true. So if I take it and I pay for it at full price, then I'm saving it. No, what you're doing is you're giving PetSmart or Petco the reason to restock. So that animal that you're taking, when it's gone, now they need another animal. If that animal sits there, if it's I don't know, a leopard gecko, and it sits there for 6 months, eventually they're going to drop the price and they're going to and if that happens over and over, they're going to realize, okay, nobody wants to buy these things. They'll stop bringing them in. So stop incentivizing them to bring in these animals. And then, and by the way, I know people say, "Oh, well, my PetSmart, Alice works there, and she's the best." It doesn't matter how much Alice knows. They're buying from the equivalent of puppy mills, that places that literally will throw out if the animal's deformed and they can't sell it, they'll throw it in a garbage bin and let it die. Like, so that's why you don't buy from there. Yeah, will you be at the opening of Legacy? Is there a date for that yet? So I would love to do an episode at Kennan's. I don't have any plans to go to Florida anytime soon. And the last time I try to get a hold of Kenan, I didn't get a response. And it's not. I don't think Ken and I have never had any interaction. I don't think it's like a beef thing. I just think he's busy and gets a lot of emails. But I would love to do that eventually. He took 5 years off his age. Are you guys saying that I look older than 33? That's rude. Will you give your girlfriend animal instead of a ring? No, I gave her a ring, but we also have animals. She brought her animals here, so we got a lot of animals. MCasty Reptiles 499. Hey Adam, just bought my first super dwarf from Reach Out Reptiles. Super excited. Congrats on the engagement. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Reach Out Reptiles is the best. Garrett is the best, and all those guys work there. You look 14, and I look 33. That's fair. That's fair. So Turks and Herps actually lives in that enclosure over there. We'll talk about it in a second. Yeah, so that's the thing. A lot of people don't really realize what PetSmart and Petco. It's just you don't want to. So you vote with your dollar, right? So you don't want to incentivize people to do bad things. And what you're doing when you're giving PetSmart money for reptiles, right? I don't care if you buy your dog food there, whatever. Who cares? But if you're buying reptiles there, what I would like to see is them either revamp completely their reptile section, make it a priority, or stop selling reptiles. So, and I don't know enough about birds, but being in there, I don't know anything about birds, but I would imagine it's probably the same. But again, I don't know enough to say that for sure. Greetings from the Philippines. I really want to go to the Philippines too, but it won't be this year. Never thought about yeah, okay, so we're there. I look 25. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Hey, Tarantula Collective. Hey, Richard. $5. You should see Petco's prices on tarantulas. It is criminal how much they're charging. Also, congrats on the engagement, you poor bastard. Oh yeah, you've been married for 45 years or something, right? So thanks, Richard. Appreciate it. And the Tarantula Collective, Richard, turn it off if you don't like people complimenting you. If you like YouTube videos that look like they were shot for the Discovery Channel, you should watch the Tarantula Collective. Even though I'm not really a spider guy, I do subscribe and we've done videos together before. I will watch his videos just simply because the cinematography is amazing. It's really amazing. So, where are we here? Oh, 22. You guys are so nice. It's going to get down to 12 by the end, and then Trisha's going to jail. Have you ever been to Australia? Yes. When I was 13, I went to Australia. And we were only there for 4 days because it was like a tour. It was like Hawaii, Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji, like all in 2 weeks or 16 days or something. So I have been, but I was really young. I don't really remember it that much. Leo was tiny, and when we go in, there's always that's the thing. Dark Den is pretty great too. I met what's his name? What's his name? Anyway, I met him at AnimalCon a few years ago. So, where can we find your comedy? Just Google. So I haven't really put out anything in the last few years. So you can still Google my name, like, and it'll pop up. Tarantula Collective was in. I don't know if he was in last year's Petco. That's his name, Petco. I don't know if he was in last year's build off, but he was definitely in the one the year before. Yeah, put out. Petco. Yeah, what's up, Daffy? Daffy, we're just talking about you. How we're gonna go to Pakistan, hopefully, the end of the year, beginning of next year. I haven't put out a lot of comedy. Like honestly, I haven't really done tons of comedy this year at all. So just been kind of busy with other stuff. I do not have a Cayman lizard. I don't want to go to the New Caledonia, but I do want to go to the Galapagos Islands for sure. Dave and I talked about New Caledonia and him talking about his experience there. To me, I don't really have any interest in going there. So, yeah. Pakistan 225. Let's go. Yeah, that'll be a big year. Next year is going to be a big year too, I think. I think this year and next year are going to be like good years for sure. I look 20. Is it the haircut that makes you think I look 20? You guys are so nice. I appreciate it. We've been doing this for 17 minutes and no one's brought up the leopard gecko thing. So actually, that's how I know. Okay, you guys are freaking awesome. I really appreciate it. You don't have any big monitors, right? No, I just have the Aki monitor. And it's just simply because I would need. So there was a point where there was a trio of lace monitors available for sale, and the price was amazing. It was still really expensive, like more than a car, but it was really good for lace monitors. And I contemplated, this is when all this was glass on this side of the room, selling almost half my collection and building half of this room into an enclosure. And I just ended up not doing it. The entire project would have cost like $40,000 or something. And the way that I looked at it is, I love lace monitors. Like that's maybe my favorite monitor species. Or if I could keep anything, it'd be that. But also, I could make my money back with it, so it'd be an investment, and then I could at least have free monitors that cost a ton of money. But I just never ended up doing it. I was prepared for chaos too. So, Tick, thank you for showing up. Are you a dad? Well, I got a couple stepkids. I love them. Kind of like, Are sealed wood enclosures okay for gargoyles? So, yes, but you have to be careful what you seal them with. So, yeah, I would do more research than just asking me right here. Was there leopard gecko drama? No, everyone loves my leopard gecko care. No one's ever been upset with it at all. I wish I could do the Zoom thing with the. What got you into the hobby? What was your first pet? This is a good question. So when I was a kid, I was obsessed with dinosaurs. Actually, the one children is actually at a dinosaur thing tonight, right now, actually, with his grandparents. So I was obsessed with dinosaurs, and then someone brought in reptiles into the school when I was in kindergarten, and I was like, "Whoa, those are like dinosaurs, but you can actually touch them." And then I watched like Steve Irwin and the Krat brothers. By the way, the new Kratts. So I know it's not new because it's been out for a few years, but like to me, it's new. The new Kratts brothers show is freaking amazing. So that's what got me into it. My first pet ever was a hedgehog named Sonic in 1997. Yeah, dating myself. Most of you were not born yet. Turts and herps, I know you're going to chime in. Jacob H, $20. Tarantulas are incredibly easy to keep and care for. Check out Tarantula Collective, the Dark Den Tarantula Cat, and Tom Marin's Big Spiders. For more info, they are the Pokemon of exotic animals. Gotta catch them all. So first of all, Tarantula Collective, Dark Den, and Tarantula Cat. Or sorry, and I know those two. Tom Moran's, I've never heard of this dude, but I mean, if you're like, I believe you. Tarantula Cat smells a bit like Cheese Whiz. So, and you can tell her that I said that. That cat. Kratos is, yeah, he is. Adam can't stay. Oh, Chantal. What is his business called? We're giving this away tonight. I know that you told me before a million times that he's made me nice stuff, and you guys are always super nice to me, and I should know this. What is his business called? Please tell me. Because we're giving this away. Oh, yeah, if you just showed up, we're giving this away tonight. You don't have to pay anything to enter. Just, we're giving it away. Yeah. Okay. I also love cat. It's just a joke, but for some reason, I don't know. Can we just even talk about the stupid letter? Yeah, so I've got a couple podcasts about it, and it was brought up to do a public debate, but the other party declined. And not even debate, but just discussion, like roundtable. So I've done everything in my power to make this a thing. I want a soundbite from Kat. Yeah, I saw that Kat broke her nose. I don't know what happened, but Sean's Crazy Customs. So Sean's Crazy Customs. I don't know if he has an Instagram or whatever, but Sean's Crazy Customs, and that's who made this. And actually, was it this? Was it these glasses that he made, or the short ones? But anyway, this is a WWR glass also with Monster in it because I'm tired. What's the deal about leopard geckos? I'll explain that in 2 seconds. Preference for foggers and misters. So, so foggers, I need more. I need to use more. I don't use foggers very much. I have a video coming out. Exoterra, or sorry, Exoterra did not. Exoterra has never sent me anything, and they want nothing to do with me. Exoterra Canada, that is. But Zoomed sent me home with a bunch of stuff I have to do a video. So I've used their fogger before. I think if you're doing a large scale, you're probably better off. So Animals at Home, before it was a podcast, Dylan used to make videos, like regular YouTube videos. And I learned how to make a fogger from him like 4 or 5 years ago. So I would do that instead of a humidifier, basically. And then for misters, Miss King for sure. So I'll be like, as much as, so I promise you, Exoterra has never sent me $1 or a product for me to tell you this, but their Monsoon Multi is decent for 1 enclosure. If you want to send it for 2 enclosures, just don't waste your time. It's not strong enough to do anything. But a Miss King, so this big enclosure back here, there's 20 nozzles in it, and it's hooked up to a Miss King, like the biggest one, whatever, advanced or whatever it's called, or ultimate, I think. And plus there's 8 in each of these, so 46 nozzles, and this thing sprays like there's no tomorrow, like 0 issues. There's another Miss King on this side, there's a Miss King in that room, and there's a Miss King upstairs. You get what you pay for. I promise you. I know they look expensive. You can expand them. It's worth it. I promise you, I will never, like, unless someone makes something better, there is nothing on the market even close to as good as Miss King, and they don't even know who I am. They've never sent me $1. I'm just trying to give you guys the best advice because you guys are here spending your Friday with me, so you deserve it. Right before AnimalCon, I got a mister that started spewing water. What kind of mister did you get? Butterfly fingers? I don't get it. How many leopard geckos can I keep in a 5-gallon? You can keep about 5 per gallon. So I honestly recommend sandwich containers for them. But if you want to go, like, I think that a 5-gallon would be probably too big for 5 leopard geckos. They might get stressed because there's too much space and they'll be able to find food. I'm obviously joking. I feel like I don't have to explain that. Why doesn't Exoterra like me? Good question. So I've never really talked about this publicly, like, but I guess at this point, I mean, I've been chasing them for 4 years and they've never wanted to do anything with me. So Exoterra Canada sponsors every single other creator in Canada. I'm talking everybody from Dion, who's at the top, right? There's like, in terms of the top creators in Canada, it's Dion, okay? In terms of his reach, he's the one, right? My YouTube numbers might be bigger, but over platforms, he's the biggest by far. And then even all the way down to like creators who are just starting out. Like, so Daffy's Reptiles, for example, right? And by the way, these people love Exoterra, so whatever. But every time I approach them, they just want, nope, we don't have room for you. We got nothing for you, whatever. So I don't know. I think they hate money. But yeah, I just been kind of keeping my mouth shut. But at the end of the day, I'm very curious, and they've never given me a response. And uh, yeah, when I've asked in person, I've never. It is what it is. It's no big deal. So, okay, Colin Buckley, 4.99. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. However, with that said, I've never approached Exoterra USA, so I will do that for sure. I was just trying to go with Exoterra Canada because that's where they sponsor everybody else. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, Miss King is by far the king. Oh, and by the way, I'm not pooping on Exoterra. I use a lot of Exoterra products. Most of my glass is Exoterra that was bought secondhand. So in terms of their products, I mean, they're in terms of what their competition is, they either outshine them or are on par. So in terms of their, I just think like they're in terms of what they're doing for advertisement, like I don't know. Sorry about all the drama. It is what it is. It's no big deal. I think it's gonna be good for the hobby. We're gonna talk about that in depth because I do want to address some things about it. I've been down a rabbit hole of Kimberly's rock. Okay, Kimberly's rocket monitors are gangster monitors. They're kind of expensive, but if I had to get an Aki or a Kimberly, I would probably get a Kimberly. I just think they're cooler. They look more dinosaur-y. They have like that weird like stretched look to them. I just think they're awesome. Very similar care, but um, yeah, I'm not. So I don't mean to be sassy. I'm just confused, and everyone I've ever talked to about it is too. You have a handedly taught me more about reptiles than any other YouTuber. Hey, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Do you have your lights on a timer? Yes. Yeah, so if you saw my Google Home app, oh my, it is everything. There's a camera. You can probably see. There's a camera back there. I got cameras in these rooms. Cameras all over my house. All of these lights are on timers. My doorbell's on a timer and automated. The all the lights in the house are on timers and automated. All the misters are on timers. Yeah, everything's on a timer. My garage door, everything. I love automation. Yeah, imagine turning these lights off by hand. So I have this room, that room, everything upstairs. I can't even imagine. Tips for new reptile creators. Yes, and I've talked about this a million times, but I would love to give you this. So if you're a reptile creator, do not miss a video. If you're missing videos, I promise you, you are making excuses. Every excuse you can think of, I've never missed a video. Do not miss videos. It is the most important thing by far. Second of all, be genuine and make yourself interesting to listen to, and then get good at sound. Make sure your sound is good, and then get good at video editing and lighting and all the extra crap on top of that. But at the end of the day, you're trying to please an algorithm as well as people. So, for example, a good friend of mine has always said, he's in real estate, right? Now, we've done real estate deals and stuff like that. And he always says, it doesn't matter how much your house is. It doesn't matter what's wrong with your house. All you have to do is convince one person to buy your house. Okay? My glasses are kind of lame. Oh, it's you. So you'll, or for a product or a car, if you're a car salesman, you only have to get one person to buy that car. You don't have to convince one person. But for YouTube, you have to convince thousands of people to like you enough for the algorithm to hit. So you have to be likable. And I don't know why you people like me. Are you allowed to say you people? Don Cherry got fired for it. But I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for hanging in there. Yeah. And the thing is, too, committing to YouTube is difficult. And also, so I've done this starting from nothing where no one knew who I was on any platform whatsoever. And I know how hard that is. It's with my new channel, even though it's growing way faster, I still feel like it's not growing fast enough, and it's actually very like I'm getting discouraged about it. So I can only remember and imagine what it's like to start from the beginning all over again. It is so difficult. And there's a reason why 99 point whatever the stat is percent of YouTube channels never hit 1,000 subscribers, because people just give up because it's brutal and it's difficult and it feels like rejection. Every time you make a video and nobody watches it, or you get 10 views for a video that took you 10 hours to make, it feels like rejection. I get it. I've been there and I'm going through it again. So I get it. Oh, Casey Silva, $100. Thank you so much. You definitely do not have to do that, but appreciate you. Hey, Adam, got to go back to work. But had to stop by and say hi. Congratulations to you again. Casey Silva, you've been here forever. You're so supportive. I appreciate you. You're the best. And if I ever go out to that end of the world, I'm buying you dinner 78 times, because that's how much you've contributed to this channel, and I owe you more. Offensive? I wasn't. Oh, you and Trish are fighting in the comments. I am still in Canada, and no one asks about this anymore, but I'm definitely not moving to the US now. I kind of have other things going on here that require my attention. So don't be shy, Trish. Come join the live. Trish is out. Yeah, what are you doing? You're not home. Aren't you shopping? What are you doing? Casey deserves the number one fan award. Yeah, I mean, I do think that Casey and Turks and Herps would fight over it, but yeah, I mean, Casey is like the most genuine human ever, so much appreciated. 300 people watching and it's only 120 likes. Oh yeah, can you guys please hit the like button? It really does help. Thank you guys, and also 300 of you watching is crazy to me. Like not crazy in a bad way, just I still can't believe how much support I get. So, oh yeah, I guess Twix can be number one supporter since you know we're doing stuff. Anyone wants stale bread? I'm number one, but I'm a broke teenager. And that's the thing too is Casey's not number one because she sends me too much money every time. Casey's just like genuinely the nicest person who's always the first person to inbox me and whatever else. And like what nobody sees is she sent me she sent me like these, so we're both Boston Bruins fans, these like Boston Bruins dogs jerseys with my dog's names stitched in the back. Like just stuff I would never even think about to do. Just anyway. So okay, bye, Chantel. Thank you so much. Again, Sean's Crazy Customs. If you want to win this, just stick around and I'll tell you how. You don't have to spend any money to do it. We're just going to give it away. So I like giving stuff to you people. First doesn't count. Thank you for doing what you do. Yeah. Okay. What was the other thing that we're going to talk about? I can't see the thumbnail anymore. The last word, Cohab, my biggest mistakes, and the legacy. So that's the legacy giveaway that we're going to do. And so actually, I'm glad you asked about Mushu. Mushu's great. She woke up again. She's now almost going on 3 years old, and she's still like the size of a bearded dragon, which is crazy. She just keeps going to brumation. I've talked to a lot of Tegu people, and she's big. Like she is not emaciated. She is almost to the point where I might cut her food back. Okay, but she's always hungry. Like I was talking to Aria today. Aria's a zookeeper, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like every time I put my fingers in there, like she never used to be this hungry, but now she's always hungry." So we're figuring it out. She's healthy though. What would you recommend for a 4x2x4 enclosure? Oh, that's what that is. I put monkey tail skinks in it. Carpet pythons would be cool for that. A super dwarf retic if you got like a really like a smaller one, obviously like under like maybe a 6-foot one or something like that. Green tree pythons, Amazon tree boas, yeah, stuff like that. I think would be kind of cool. You could put like a colony of emerald tree skinks if you wanted, like a bird colony. It says admitting my mistakes. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. Oh, because that's another thing. Yeah, so my big what was it? The leopard geckos. No, so for the merch, you should do a concert T-shirt, but instead of cities and states, make it the names of your co-host. That is such a good idea. Somebody write that down for me. That is such a good idea. And I am definitely making sticks and bricks merch. Wicks, sticks, and bricks, 100%. I should name my incorporated that. Do you have any YouTubers that you watch on your free time? Yes, I do, but they're not reptile related at all. I don't watch any reptile YouTube. I watch my friends to support them, but like if I have 20 minutes, I'm like, I'm just gonna take a lunch break and not work right now. It's not reptile stuff. Yeah, yeah. Wicks and Twix, sticks, bricks and sticks. That's actually hilarious. Okay, what topic did I dodge? I just get you. You tell me what to talk about, and I'll talk about it. I'm just kind of all over the place. Mm. Do you go to reptile expos? Yeah. So I was hosting reptile expos for a while. I didn't host the last one, so I'm not sure if I will be going forward or not. But I love doing that. And regardless, the Toronto Reptile Expos are, in my opinion, the best ones. So you should go. Yeah, I can go get done. So when Trish shows up, we're gonna do a bunch of animal stuff. It's hard to do by myself. What? Co-host. I can get one. I mean, Diamond's right there, just kind of looking at me like this. What animal laws would I change? Well, I just think that we're restrictive for everything, especially like in Barrie, for example. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say the cities. So not Barrie. Other cities, you can't have rear fang venomous because they're the same as venomous. You can't have any scorpion species in some places. You can't have any python species, no boa species. It's just silly. But there's no Canada-wide law about reptiles. So yeah. Let's go over the mistakes, then save the big one for last. No, I actually love pickle juice. Hey, Matt, what's up? Yeah, so what's that guy's okay, so my mistakes. So I've had a few comments after this whole leopard gecko thing. I mean the animal. There's this whole leopard geckos in a 4x2x2, which I will talk about in a sec. Before, where I've done things wrong and people have pointed it out and then I change. So for example, example I use all the time. In this enclosure right here, this big, it's 8 foot by 3 foot tall by 4 feet deep. Okay, so 800 and something gallons. It's huge. And I have a 6 or 7 foot boa in that enclosure. I used to keep the boa in an enclosure that was a 1.5 foot tall, but boas are semi-arboreal. So someone said to me, "Hey Adam," and they came to me in my DMs. This is like, I had maybe a few thousand subscribers, and he said, "Hey, I think that boa would do better if you kept it in a 3 foot enclosure, make it a little bit bigger." I think he suggested 4 feet, and I think it'll just do better. So I did some research on it, and I decided he was right through my research. I talked to boa people, and I decided that what I was doing was not technically wrong, but definitely not optimal and not a benefit. So I just changed it, and I went and bought $7,000 worth of enclosures, and one of the enclosures is the boa. So I have definitely made mistakes in the past where even if it's not a mistake, it's just something that isn't the best. So I just change and do something better, and I have no problem spending money. And one of the complaints that I got was, "Oh, he's just trying to skimp on money." Bro, look around you. Do I look like I skimp on money for anything reptile related? Please look at these enclosures. And I bought these with my own. I'm not sponsored by these companies. All these ones, besides the cages one, I bought with my own money. So no, they all had their enclosures. I just wanted to do something that I thought was better, or at least different and completely safe. That's what I did. So no, I wasn't skimping on money. Like that's not the point of Cohab. Just like in this enclosure, which is a multi-species enclosure, which I will talk about, and I have talked about openly and have had zero complaints about whatsoever. I'm sure eventually somebody with a platform will say something, and then I'll get all their whoever the person's nut huggers are, they're coming after me. But in that enclosure, there's 4 species. They're all doing great. They're all doing great, and they all work because I've done the research and I understand, okay, well, these are in the same range, and this one doesn't eat this one. And this is from a similar environment, and this species doesn't eat this species, and these species don't compete together. So you have to put some thought into it. And all those animals had their own enclosures. So it's not like I'm trying to save money. Think about my space too, right? This is a business, and this is a write-off. So in that space, I could put ball python racks and have 400 ball pythons. Instead, I have 7 animals. So no, it's not a money thing. Anyway, what did I miss? Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like, it wasn't, I agree, it wasn't even like a mistake. It was just room for improvement. And if there's room for improvement, or I think there's a way to do something better, then I'll do it. But I also think the idea of so-and-so is always wrong, sometimes that's the case, right? Like stabbing your leopard gecko in the eyes is always wrong. We can agree on that. But anyone who says cohabbing leopard geckos is always wrong, and do not take my words out of context. Let me say it again. Anyone who says cohabbing leopard geckos is always wrong is wrong and closed-minded. I stand behind what I said. That is what I said. I didn't say people who are against cohabbing are closed-minded. I said anyone who says that's always wrong is wrong and closed-minded. So anyway, have you ever built your own enclosures? Yes, and they're all gone. I am not a carpenter, but yes, I did make my own enclosures. When I had 3 reptiles, I made custom enclosures for all of them, and this was 2015. So this was 4 years before I had a channel. Okay, was $5 ing, was a new Leo owner when I happened on your channel. I learned so much from you and others. Much respect. Well, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, not all animals can be together, but the idea that's the thing too, is like, this is the other argument. Well, it's not the wild, because my thing is like, they're found together in the wild. So like, and that's the rule. That's not the exception. So why wouldn't we try to do that in captivity and see how it goes? Like obviously doing it the right way, not just throwing them and walking away. Oh, well, it's not the wild. Okay, and I am mocking you if you say that because, well, you're right, but putting one in an enclosure isn't the wild either. So what if I said, oh, well, what if they get lonely? Well, there's no evidence, right? Just like there's no evidence to say that doing what, like an enclosure like that where they are kept in a colony would be bad. If you keep 27 leopard geckos in a 20-gallon enclosure with one heat spot and they're all fighting for food because you don't feed them and it's on reptile carpet, then yes, they might rip each other's limbs off. That's not the same thing. Apples, bananas, and oranges. Personally, I would have done more space, but it's still minimum, so it's fine. So for my enclosure, and that's the thing. I guess the other gripe that I got to was why wouldn't you put ledges or shelves? And this is actually a great question. And I think that maybe in the first video I didn't show it well enough because in the wild they don't have ledges, or well, they do have ledges, but they don't have like shelves. They use sticks, so that's like the sticks part, right? So that you put sticks close enough together, and that's what they climb on in the wild. And anyway, I personally think you're an enclosure snob, def not cheap, man. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too is the other gripe that I got that I thought was really laughable was, well, it looks like crap. Yeah, it was for function. Like that's it. It was for function. Like you can see. So, for example, I made it. It was episode 309. I remember it, and I spent tons of time making this beautiful enclosure with planted, and the background was all done, and moss everywhere, and expensive plants. I have those enclosures too, but not everyone can do that. I don't think that there should be a barrier because you don't make tons of money. Some of my enclosures cost thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. Do I think that I should only show these to give the idea that you have to have money or make money in this hobby or whatever in order to get in the hobby? No, because there are 16, 17, 18-year-olds who are very competent, who can take care of animals, but they don't make a bunch of money because they're 16, 17, 18. So I feel like I don't want to be a gatekeeper. And I think that it's very gatekeepy to say things like, if you're not prepared to spend money on decorations, you shouldn't have a reptile. I think that is a bonehead thing to say. And I think that anything along those lines where, oh, well, it looks like crap, you should have spent money, is dumb. You don't have to spend money. As long as it's good for the animal, who cares? I promise you, all of you who have said, oh, well, it looks like crap, none of you will ever stand in my living room and look at that enclosure. So why do you care? And if you don't want to look at it, turn the video off. You know, it's not for you. It's for the leopard geckos. And guess what? They're doing great. Anyway, okay. Continue the conversation on Adam's Discord. We should make a new channel called Sticks and Bricks. King's Cross Reptiles, $5. What humidity do you keep your Leos at? Pakistan right now, and the range it has a humidity of 63. So that's a great point, right? And leopard geckos do have different species, and they're all very similar. So my leopard geckos are usually like, it depends, because at night it will spike up to 70% for a few hours a lot of the times, and then depending on the season, of course, right? If the furnace is running, it'll get drier. Sometimes it'll be 30% during the peak of the day. Sometimes it'll be 40. Sometimes it'll get as high as 50. It just depends, but it's always within the range that I would recommend. So the idea that it has to be exactly this, otherwise your leopard gecko is going to spontaneously combust, is just not true. And I think that's the thing too, is people read a care guide that's made for beginners and they think, okay, well, it has to be. Like, we're idiot proofing things. Remember that. When we're making care guides, we're doing it so that you can't mess it up. It's made for the beginners. And there are different ways to keep gecko or any animal that is not the beginner way. That's perfectly fine. It just might be more complex and too complex for someone who doesn't understand that animal yet to pull off. And that's why we make those care guides that way. I would sub to Sticks and Bricks. Hey, someone has to cover for Max. Where is Max? Oh yeah, Max isn't here. That's okay. Max helps it a lot. 37. Yeah, there's only a 37%. Mine's closer to 40, like 40-ish most of the time. Sometimes a little bit lower. You have 12 species in a bioactive enclosure? I'd love to see that. That'd be really cool. There's a teenager who might start stalking you. I don't know what I missed, but I already have one of those. She dresses up at me at like me at AnimalCon. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. I'm more than willing to discuss. And thank you guys so much for being so respectful. There hasn't been really anybody kind of being an idiot here, so that's nice. I stumbled upon a YouTuber that has created a TV show on their one huge enclosure. So is that so? I know that Ants Canada does that, and also, oh, what's it? What's it called? The guy with the big greenhouse in Utah. I feel so bad. I follow this guy on Instagram. I watch his story every day. Is that who you're talking about? Anyway, can you go up dart frogs and gargoyles? The gargoyles might get big enough. They might try to eat a. I would be careful with that. Yes, a life exotic, Zach. Yes, that's exactly right. Is that Breeze Exotics? Are you sad the Mike's coming home soon? No, I'm just joking. I've very much enjoyed the Pipa plus New Squad and their Columbia adventures. So we are sending him tachydramas for the greenhouse. That's awesome. That's so cool. That actually would work really well with what he has. I would love to do that. Zach said he spent about 30 grand. This was a few months ago so far on that greenhouse. Adjusted for Canadian inflation, that's about $13 million, I assume. So I don't know if I could pull something like that off, but that is like the ultimate goal. If I had a chance, and that's the thing too, is I love to see my friends win. I love when to see Snake Discovery buy a facility and then a warehouse. I love to see Clint open up Clint's reptile room, even though I couldn't go and I wish I could have. So if I could do something like that, I would probably do what Zach did and make a greenhouse that's multi-species. And I would probably try to do it a little bit bigger than he did, probably about double the size. And I'd probably put like a mega predator in there too. That would be too slow to catch all the small stuff. So maybe like a big monitor or something like that. And maybe obviously change the species up. But yeah, I got nothing but respect for Zach. That is such a cool setup. And tachydramas are fantastic lizards. Just not really my thing, and I don't really have like I don't know. I don't really. I think if I could do like a big multi-species, that'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe I could put Tachydramus in that big one over there. So I don't think the retics would bug them at all. The retics don't bug the, but I have to take the day geckos out because I don't think day geckos and Tachydramus could go together. So I have to talk to you and Mike about it. Anyway, we rip the band-aid off and talk about the leopard gecko issue. What do you want to know? I just talked about it for like 15 minutes. So what do you want to know? You tell me what you want to know, and I am not shying away from anything. Do you have video on your multi-species tank yet? No. So it's not sponsored by reptile reptile habitats, but the video was, or sorry, the holy cow, pickle break. Custom reptile habitats, but the enclosure was sent to me by them, and I agreed to do a video with my honest opinion that they don't get to see first. First of all, I can tell you the enclosure is amazing. Second of all, it's just those videos are really, they take a long time to make the enclosure, and then I want to do it so that, okay, here's making the enclosure, here's setting up the enclosure, and here's what it looks like after a month. Because there is like big snakes in there. So they did destroy the plants, I'll tell you that, and there was some hiccups. So I just want to give it enough time to marinate before I make a video about it. Yeah, and function should be priority over aesthetics every time. And there's nothing wrong with aesthetics, but it has to be functional all the time. There is no issue. They need to stop bringing up the cohabitation. I mean, the thing is, like, I have no problem with them bringing it up as long as they're open-minded to what's actually going on. This dogma of, well, this person said they don't agree with it. Who said that? Like, who cares what they said? They don't agree with it. Can we look at the actual people who study these animals, who go out and look, who have kept them for a certain amount of time and done things like this? Like, and that's the thing too is, I've been keeping leopard geckos for however long, right? And I'm not picking on one person. This is a general thing. Have you ever kept them together? Well, no, I would never. Well, then how do you know? Like, what are you talking about? How do you know? And by the way, I'm not saying that if you do something for a certain amount of time, that makes you an expert. That's a ridiculous argument. But if you've been doing something for a certain amount of time, then and you actually have studied that and you're working towards it. If you keep a leopard gecko in a 10-gallon enclosure that you never see except for once a week for 20 years, that's not the same thing as working with leopard geckos, different setups, morphs, breeding, and being invested in them for 15 years or even 5 years. So no, I'm not trying to make that argument at all. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the live. Terrakeet, glad you made yeah, Life Exotic. Big fan. Yeah, I know. That's the thing too, is like it's, and you see these teenagers and young people who obviously don't have TikTok accounts because they have brains in their skulls, and I'm just joking, by the way. I have a TikTok account. I'm old. They will defend an idea, and then grown men will jump down their throats, and it is so sad to see. It is just so pathetic to me. What was that one? Cohab. Oh, man, did this thing go away? There it is. King Cross Reptiles, $5. The Cohab issue prompted me to update my own research. Perfect. So here's the deal. In the short term, did it really hurt my channel? For a few days, sure, because you had, the post that started the whole thing, that kind of started to hemorrhage. But then I had people who subscribed to me because I was going against the grain, and going against the grain with research, not for the point of going against the grain. So evened out. So never really lost net subscribers or net followers or anything like that. Never went net down, but it would just stagnate for, I think it was like 2 or 3 days, and then it went to normal again. So did it really hurt me? No. Two things. I think that it might have hurt the hobby a bit because bigger players saw how I was attacked for something that wasn't wrong by anyone's standard who actually knows what they're talking about. And Kevin from Nerd had my back. Tom Crutchfield, Ty Park, like anybody who's like the big players had my back, right? It was only TikTokers and people who didn't really explain their position who had anything to say, and people who wanted to use my name for their own game. So I feel like people who have a substantial following, who maybe this is their living, are now going to be afraid to do things differently or show what they're actually doing because they saw how I got attacked in Garden State Tortoise, which is a different thing I didn't even know about until I watched the podcast. So now people are just going to not hide what they're doing, but they're not going to show the advanced stuff they're doing. They're just going to, yep, I keep leopard geckos apart, and I just keep normal, like, you know what I mean? They're just going to be drones about it instead of showing how they advance. The other thing, sticks and bricks, slate and sticks. Yeah, exactly. Like, so silly. The other thing is maybe is good for the hobby because people have looked into it. Those with open minds, when I say, hey, look, here's this paper, here's this study, here's this, they might look at it and be like, huh, I was actually wrong. Because I think the thing is, if you're not willing to admit that you're wrong ever, even in the face of new information, I want nothing to do with you, first of all. And I think your life is going to be very difficult. If you are not able to adapt and are unwilling to change despite new information becoming available, I think you're a bit of a loser, first of all. And this isn't directed at anybody. This is in anything in life. If someone comes to you and they know something, say if Mike Tyson came to you and said, you suck at fighting, and you're like, actually, I'm great, then you're a dummy. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is, if new information comes out from somebody who is, say, a scientist, and it challenges what you know, and you're not willing to be like, let me look into this, and you're just, nope, this is the way it is because I don't remember how I learned this, but I know it must be right because I know it. I just think that, I just got no time for you. I just think that life is going to be really difficult for you, and I really think you're going nowhere. I think you have to have an open mind, and that's it. So, and again, if anyone wants to prove me wrong, I am open to all of the sources of actual information instead of opinions. And I've made videos. I've got videos on this channel to this day. I was wrong and explaining how I was wrong about something. So anyway, yeah, they're the type of people that keep a BCI and a 4x2x2. Exactly. And you know who else used to do that? This guy. And now they're in an enclosure that's 8 times the size because I was wrong. So I learned, and that's it. Yeah, I know the camera angle that was the biggest live I've ever done, and it was an accident, and I couldn't change it, and I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, we know very little about most reptiles. That's the thing too, and I just think we have to think. Have you ever thought to yourself, where did the information that I know come from in the first place? You know? Yeah, the source is trust me, bro. Did Rebecca even try to talk to you? No. So here's the deal. Anyone who made a post about me, listen to my words carefully. Every single person who made a post about me did not talk to me first. They made the post before they tried to talk to me. And some of them never try to talk to me. And in fact, in Rebecca, so I posted, when do you want to admit you were wrong for ripping the heads off my Barbies I've waited for 25 years? You chewed up my Batman swords, and I'm gonna have an argument with my little sister on this. I don't care. Uh, more money, more problems. Yeah. So Rebecca never reached out to me at all. We had never spoken ever. I didn't even know that she knew who I was. And so I reached out. So I had over 100 people message me, and they were like, "Hey, like, have you seen this hit piece, hit job, whatever?" Which is what it was. And so I reached out to her before I watched the video because I actually liked her channel, right? I respect, like, she does things the idiot-proof way. Like, she does things and she makes videos for people who are new to keeping leopard geckos, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I love that. So I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, I know you made a video about me. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was really bad. I just want to let you know that I'm going to watch it, and then that's it." And she replied, and there was a bunch of voice notes and the whole thing. And I'm not going to leak people's voice notes because if someone sends something to you in private and you leak it, I think that's like the most cowardly disgust, like such a coward move. That's such a punk move. But the conversation was very cordial, and I didn't mean to, hurt your channel or whatever. So then I watched the video and like I messaged her immediately. I sent her a voice note with my voice, and I'm just like, "Hey, I'm disappointed. I think that this was a hit piece. I think it was very disingenuous, and I think that what you said was not true. And I think you misrepresented what I said." And then she said, "Fair enough." And then she went on this rant about how I'm attacking her. So if anyone thinks that I'm attacking leopard gecko, I would love for you to show me one instance where I ever did anything like that. Yeah, she bashed two YouTubers the same. I feel really uncomfortable talking with other YouTubers. So anyway, last week I talked about Forrest Galante. Like, here's the deal, and I'll just be here. I gotta blow my nose real quick. If you guys are new to this, then you don't understand. But I'm about to make a trumpet sound. I'll be back in like literally 3, 2, and 1. I'm back. So this is a person that's been on YouTube for 11 years. Okay, when you're on YouTube, and she has 300,000 followers, right? She knows how YouTube works. Okay. She knows if she uses someone's name who is not even bigger than her, even if it was a channel of 150,000 followers, never mind Forrest Galante, who's been on the Rogan podcast, or someone like me who I'm not that level at all, but I have a significant YouTube channel, right? And compare, like, I'm similar size to her. She knows that she's going to get more clicks. And if you think that I'm not telling the truth, go look at the one where she used my name versus all of her other videos, right? Okay? She knew that. So the whole idea is like, it wasn't to get clicks, blah, blah. Stop. Just like how every time I use Brian's name or Jay's name or anyone else, I'm telling you, I'm doing it for clicks. I mean what I say in all those videos, but I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know that when I use Brian's name, I will get more clicks. However, what do I do when I use Brian's name? I raise money for his charity. I raise money for his family. I talk about what a good of a person he is. When I talk about all my YouTube friends, I use their names to talk about them in a positive way. And the only people that have ever ripped down are people who put 7 species into a box that's this big so they can fight each other, or the Reptile channel who abuses animals. So no, there's nothing wrong with using someone's name for clicks. Using someone's name for clicks and then misrepresenting their entire channel to their detriment for your own personal gain is disgusting. So anyway, what do we miss here? Thank you. Congrats on my engagement. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. And Trish should be here eventually. Maybe. We'll see. How many crescent geckos do I have? Most of the babies are actually gone. So I've got 3, like 6 or 7, something like that. But like I breed them, right? I've got two females and 1 male that I keep that are actually pets first, and then I breed those, and then I sell the babies. Like it's a very small scale thing. Like there's enough crested geckos, I sell them to people who want to buy. And I don't mean this in like a arrogant way. Like there's just some people who just want to buy animals because they like the channel. So I produce them because they're going to buy them anyway, and I sell them at probably. People actually accuse me of trying to tank the market. I'm not. I don't really make money on producing animals. I do it because I love to do it. Like when you open up an incubator, I don't, my crested geckos are on a shelf, they're not an incubator, but say like snakes or whatever, and you see little heads poking out, I promise you that is the most beautiful thing ever, but you have to make sure that you're ready to give them good homes. Like you have to get them good homes. That's it. Ekans is kind of bad. Yeah, for sure. Ekans is on rabbits. Oh yeah, you guys probably see him. Oh, Max is here. Hey, what's up, Max? So I've got a little bit of a podcast tour. Reptilinks I've never tried. They don't ship to Canada. They actually contacted me for sponsorship, and then they found out I'm in Canada, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, can't help you," which happens a lot, by the way. Um, who is Turts and Herbs? So Turts and Herbs is she comments on absolutely everything. I think she's in the Discord. She dressed up as me for Animal Con and for Halloween, and she comments on everything that I do. So she's actually become like a homie, like a real homie. Um, which poop is smells bad? Hognose poop for sure. No Discord, unfortunately. That's okay. I haven't really been active on Discord. The other thing too is so this whole leopard gecko thing, and then people are attacking me. The problem that I have with him is he doesn't even know his own Discord. Like I'm one person, bro. I am one person, and Max has that thing on lock. Okay, Max runs the Discord. All right, Max and the other admins. I just don't have time, like to be on there all the time like I used to. I'm sorry. And the idea, like, oh, he just shows up and fights with kids. That is true. I do argue with kids on there, but it's jokingly, like, light-hearted fashion. So, I have cherry-headed tortoises. Was Dubia one of the people who made a bad response? So here's what I will say about Dubia. I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. And I wish no ill will on them at all. So I know people have been like, oh, they disowned you and they're in a fight. We're not in a fight at all. Darian actually has never spoken to me ever since I've been sponsored. He called me one time or gave me his number for me to call him one time. I think it was to talk about the Slithers thing like a year ago or something. And he mentioned being sponsored by Morph Market at the time because this is right after he bought it. And then months later, I got reached out to by one of his employees, and I did the deal with her. And then the first video did really well, and then they signed me for a multi-deal thing. And then my only contact was with this employee. I don't know how, like, who knows? So I don't want to use their name. And then the video came out, and then 2 full weeks later, someone made a TikTok about it, was brought to the attention, and then Dubia, I don't know if it was on Darian's thing or if it was on Dubia's thing, but they made a post about, and I think someone told me it was a sponsored post. I don't know if this is true, but it got a ton of traction. We don't agree with Six Leopard or whatever it was worded as. I'm sure you all saw it. Dubia did not reach out to me before that post. That post was made before they reached out to me. And then I was reached out to by their employee who said, in a nutshell, hey, we agree with most of what you do. We like what you do, but there's one thing we don't agree with. So we're going to end our partnership early. Okay. And that's fine because I personally agree that if you're sponsoring someone and you don't have like a set in stone contract, which we didn't, then you should be able to cancel at any time, first of all. And second of all, if you don't agree with somebody, of course you shouldn't sponsor them. So my thing is, Dubia sponsors Reptiles, who on their care guide talks about cohabiting leopard geckos. So anyway, I don't like to talk about people. I like to talk to people. And yeah, Dubia was very nice to me. They were very cordial. The employee of Dubia was very professional to me. And yeah, I have nothing bad to say about them. And yeah, I mean, they made the post, and that's what blew this whole thing up. But at the end of the day, if they actually got tons and tons of pushback, then they have to do something. What are they supposed to do? It is what it is. So yeah, I'm not mad at them. And this whole thing about, oh, they disowned you, like they just can't, like, and it's not like they were paying my bit. Like it's not a sponsorship like McDonald's sponsoring Michael Jordan in the 90s. Okay, this is not. Trust me, this was not a big sponsorship. Okay, and it's not like I'm. And also, I don't want you to think, oh, well, he says Doobie is cheap. I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying this wasn't a make it or break thing. It was a very easy thing to be like, okay, no big deal. No big deal. And I actually had another sponsor reach out to me and say, hey, I like the way you stood your ground, and then gave me a sponsorship, which you'll see soon. So I actually am net positive in sponsorships because of this too. So it is what it is. I wish them the best, and I would never hold anybody accountable for being like, hey, I don't want to work with you. If you don't want to work with me, even if we're under contract, no problem. I would gladly relieve you. So yeah, no complaints. Everything's good. And their enclosures are decent. I mean, like what I said in the Video was true, so I'm not talking smack about them at all, and I won't. And if you want to know anything about it, I'm an open book, and will gladly talk all about it. Yeah. Anyway, get to the point. What point? What more do you want from me? I've talked about this whole thing very openly. Whatever you want, let me know. Who is Jordan Balderdash? I have no idea. Are you? Yeah. Can you imagine the backlash had been less respect? So here's the thing: if I was a less respected, if I was okay, if and again, I'm just speaking objectively. If I had 30,000 subscribers, none of this would have happened because this exact thing that everyone got all upset about, I've been doing since day one. Okay, so this whole this new Adam, no, this is this like I didn't change anything for the 5 years I've had a YouTube channel. The difference is someone who you like disagreed with me, so then you felt the need to like. That's all it was. That's all it was. So, and then of course, like to say, oh, well, you should know better. It's like, well, the herpetologists who study these things think what I did is no problem, and the guys who've been around for 50 plus years don't think I did anything wrong. So like, why? But the person who makes care guides for new people thinks I did something wrong. Like, the whole thing is stupid. Yeah, haters are gonna hate. It is what it is, and like, and that's the thing too is like, if I'm wrong and I see something to be like, bro, there's this new paper that was put out. I will make an entire video, and I've got nothing but money to gain because if I made a video saying this person was right, I was wrong, I promise you that would get 100,000 views in a week, and I'd make money, and the channel would blow up, and it'd be good for me. So trust me, I want to be wrong, but in this instance, I'm not, and I don't do things for money. Yeah, you can't. I mean, if you offered me $1 million, maybe I'd say some fibs. But I mean, realistically, like you can't buy me, so I'll just tell you whatever I think is the truth. Period. So, which is why every time a gambling sponsor or alcohol sponsor approaches me, I don't do it. Or vaping, I don't do it because I don't promote crap. So, yeah, trust me, if I promote something, I believe in it. You interested in fighting hardcore? I wonder if she's home yet. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I appreciate the support. Make a video series of new papers help. Yeah, and that's the thing too is like so I planned this trip to Pakistan with Fadi before any of this happened, by the way. But now it's just like more of an incentive. So yeah. And I do love the Reptiles. And that's the thing too is so like I'll be honest, especially like in its heyday, this channel did really great monetarily. Like, so if I cared about money, like I actually got a new car today. I downgraded my vehicle. But anyway, like I drive a regular family car. Like I don't drive a Lamborghini. I spend money on this stuff, Like the idea that I did it for like that's the stupid bit. Anyway, I got a new car today. I was pretty excited about it. I traded in my truck. Now I don't drive a great big truck. I still make jokes about being a short guy driving a great big truck. But yeah, I traded in for a less expensive vehicle. So no, I didn't. I just needed more seats. I needed more seats. I drive around kids now. Yeah. Yeah, 333 watching. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. I think if you didn't double down and back yourself, I was unsubscribing. And that's the thing too, is from the outside looking in, it doesn't matter if I agree with you or not. If you back down because of a mob, I lose respect for you immediately. I think that if you change your tune because of public opinion, I lose respect for you. I think that if you're wrong about something and you tell me you're wrong, great. If you're right about something and you tell me you're wrong, I think you're like that. It's so sad. So I truly do believe that I'm right on this one. Adam is just over 3 feet tall. Yeah, that's about right. So I bought a Kia Telluride. That's what I bought. So it's a 7-seater. So I can drive around all the kiddos and the doggos. Yeah. Pakistan with Fadi, awesome. I just gave him 3 steno petri for his breeding project. Why don't you give me some? I like the stenos too, bro. Make the video for the worst. I made a video about the stinkiest reptiles. It did terrible, but it's still up. Will I ever come to Denver? Adam would drive a Kia. Honestly, I'm gonna make fun of myself too. So here's the thing. Like, first of all, it is a Kia. A Kia is a Kia is a Kia. So yes, make fun of me. I deserve it. I'm one of those guys now. Uh, but it's actually like pretty dope. I mean, like it is a downgrade for my truck for sure. But I mean, it's a new Telluride. It's pretty sick. It's nice. I mean, it's big enough to fit all my crap in there, and like the infotainment and stuff is pretty cool. So, and it's better on gas. I'll tell you what. That's I'm a short guy truck. Good lord! Every time I went to the pump, I pump gas like this. Like I didn't want to look at it. Yeah, I would never do a Prius, and I'm not doing electrics either unless it's a Tesla. So, yeah. Is this the part where you guys all tell me I shouldn't support Elon? Okay. You needed it for your brand new family. Yeah, that's exactly it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm an old man, and that's the thing too is like I feel like in a few years, if I keep doing well, then maybe I'll just buy myself something fun. Like I do love cars. I like vehicles. It's just I don't buy myself stuff. I buy myself a one wheel. But in terms of like money that I make, it just put it back into this. That's it. I just put it like this is kind of what I love. So yeah, I don't drive a fancy car. I got friends who drive fancy cars, but yeah, just when I'm older, I think. Yeah, so it's yeah, your friend got to tell you. I like it. It's great. It's the second to top trim. It's not like the top one. It's like the X. I forget. Anyway, it was really cool. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Stop forcing 6 leopard geckos to eat pickles. So it's so funny. So I have this other channel. Maybe one of the mods can post it and pin it. Informal history. Thank you guys so much, everyone who's watched. Excuse me, and subscribed. I am still getting over the bronchitis. I got bronchitis. Oh, something ain't right. My dad has a Kia too. Man, they've changed so much in the last like 6 years. What was I just saying? Oh man, sorry. I mean, Elon is a bad person, but I have a Tesla. So I don't know. I don't know why. Like, no one's really given me a reason why he's a bad person besides like he's a billionaire. Like this whole "we should all hate billionaires" thing is like so dumb to me. And by no means do I ever think I'm going to be a billionaire, so it's not like that. But like, anyway, that's all stupid. So, how many $1 billion did you donate to charity last year? So, informal history. If you guys want, if one of the mods, please do put the link in, if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. And pin it. I did a video called "The Most Evil Men in History," and I had like several people comment, mostly joking. What about the guy who keeps six leopard geckos in a 4x2x2? I thought it was so funny. Yeah. Trump or Biden? I am not doing that, bro. I am not doing that. Oh man, what a way to lose half your audience. That is such a polarizing thing. Remember back in the day where you could just be like, "Oh, I'm a liberal. Oh, I'm a conservative." Anyway, how's your day going? And then now it's like that guy's like whatever the other side is, you just want to like run them over with a Kia Telluride. Yeah, so stupid. So stupid in my opinion. Um, what happened? What happened? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into politics or whatever. And if you guys like keep it lighthearted and don't hate people because they like Trump or Biden, like, yeah, I have a preference, but I'm certainly not telling you here. I also don't live in the U.S., so I can't vote. So it shouldn't matter what I care about anyway. Um, oh, how about this? How do I get it to you guys? So the new informal history will drop tomorrow. I finished it today. The video that drops tomorrow is so I want to do a series on it where I do it. So the series is going to be called I lived, but I wish I didn't, or something. So it's going to be like horrific things that people lived through, but they all had like survivor's guilt, or like you can't even imagine living through that, and they all were traumatized. This sounds terrible, but anyway, this one was about the Andes plane disaster. So in 1972, the old Christian. I just made this video. Like I filmed it last night. Anyway, a rugby team from Uruguay chartered a flight to Chile, and there was a pilot who crashed into the Andes, and they were stuck in the Andes Mountains for 72 days, and they eventually had to eat people to survive. Yep, that's a real thing that happened. So anyway, that's tomorrow's video. That was a fun one to research. Yeah. history of reptile Florida laws. That is definitely not an informal history thing, but that could be a WWR thing. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's not a soccer team; it's a rugby team. But yes, so I the Donner. So I've already done a video on the Donner Party. It's already up. You can watch it right now if you want. The Donner Party was like 3 weeks ago. But yeah, anyway, so Netflix just released a new documentary on the Andes. So it's a rugby team, not a soccer team, but whatever, same thing. Not really, but you know what I mean. That's apparently pretty good. So yes, I. But it's someone told me it's Spanish. I don't know if that's true or not, but I would love to watch it. I didn't watch it before I made this video. Adam, get a Beat It or a Gila. Yeah, and there's a movie called Alive. Yeah, that's true. No, I didn't watch the movie. So I did. I've been obsessed with plane crashes for some because I travel more now. So it's funny. Every time I get on a plane, I watch a movie about a plane. Like I watched Top Gun, and what's the Barry Seal story? What's that one called? Anyway, it was two Tom Cruise movies about planes. The last time I was on a plane, but anyway, actually not the last time. The last time I was on a plane, I missed my flight. Can I tell? I never even told you. So yeah, I'm not afraid of flying, but there was one time where I was sleep deprived over the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So, quick story. On the way, Holy Ozone $5, misread title. I'm here for the lasagna giveaway. I'll give away some lasagna. Oh, by the way, super chats. I'll go towards the Pakistan trip at the end of the year. So when I was on my way to Indonesia with Dave, we were flying from LA to Taiwan, and in line, this gentleman named Jake Adams, who had a YouTube channel, Reef Builders, came up to Dave, and he was about the same height as Dave, giant man, and he's like, "Hey, I'll watch you on YouTube," and we all took a picture together. And then halfway through the flight, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, like I'm not afraid of flying, but flying over a big ocean like that is kind of like if the plane something happens to the plane, like you're dead, right? So then I wake up, and I'm right by the exit row, right by the galley, and I hear bang and someone scream, and then I look over and there's just feet, and this person died on the plane right in front of us, like right in front of us, and we watched them write the time of death on the guy's foot, but we didn't see who it was because they drew the curtain. All we could see was that it was a foot of a Caucasian male, likely big feet, and then they put him into a body bag and put him in the row. And then the next day, we were at another because we slept in Thailand that night, and then we were on our way to Indonesia the next day. So we're in the airport, and then someone messages me, and they're like, "What were the last few moments with Jake like?" And it turns out the guy who died on the plane was the guy we met in line to get on the plane. So the last picture he ever took was with us. So that happened, and then for the rest of the trip, like every time I got on a plane, it was kind of like this weird feeling, like super weird. So anyway, I've got no fear of flying, but being in the middle. So the reason that they didn't bring it down, and I don't know what he died of. I don't know if it was an aneurysm or heart attack or whatever. I have no idea. Maybe you know. But flying over big bodies of water like that does kind of creep me out a bit because they couldn't land to try to help this dude. Like we were in between Japan and Honolulu, like Hawaii. There was nothing. So that stuff does make me nervous. So I also want to do a series called like the most horrible deaths or whatever. And like the thing is like I don't want to be disrespectful the way that I cover things, but I think to me, like that's just such a terrible circumstance because you can't get to a hospital, you know, if whatever. Like anyway, so anyway, American Made. That's it. I love that movie. I love drug lord movies because uh, to me it's so far removed because like I am not a gangster or a drug dealer or like a mobster or whatever. But that lifestyle to me seems so not one I would ever want to partake in. Like, bro, I don't have an anxiety problem, but I would have an anxiety problem. So to me, to watch it and see what it would be like is so interesting, just because that just is not something I could ever do. Not that I'd want to either, but like just that stuff to me is so like, especially cartel stuff where those businesses are as big as the biggest businesses in the world, but they're all underground. To me, that is fascinating. Fascinating. Anyway, I like Dark Frogs too. I was most nervous on the flight from Toronto to Dublin. Yeah, I don't know. Have I ever flown over the Atlantic? It's a smaller ocean, but still, yes. If you crash in the middle of the Atlantic, it's gonna be a bad day for you. Anyway, I'm obsessed with plane crashes, and yeah, so that the Andes one to me was like super interesting. Me, yeah, to me. Imagine not having an anxiety problem. So I used to have a bad anxiety problem, and then I just kind of like looked into what it was, and um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it much, but like I am terrified to take prescription medication for stuff like that because I've seen it turn people into like literally different human beings. I've seen normal people go to a doctor and the doctor say, "Oh, you have anxiety," and then put them on drugs and they become a different human being. So yeah, I looked into exercise and diet and stuff like that, and now I feel much better. So Atlantic or Pacific? I was flying over the Pacific when that happened, and the Atlantic is a smaller ocean than the Pacific. Mine's called trauma. I think the opening line of this video that I just put out is everybody has trauma. So anyway, I'm the same human on meds, but more tired. Yeah, like anyway, I'll tell you the story because we're homies, but man, it's wild. Okay, can I give my leopard gecko Tren? So if I were gonna cycle my leopard gecko, like try to make, I would always like put them on a base dose of like test stip or N, ethanate. Maybe add some D-ball at the beginning if you really want to try some orals. But in terms of like trend, I really want a coughing leopard gecko, and just make sure that they keep like their diet on point and they're really training really hard. Most of you have no idea what I'm talking about. Can I lick my cat? Well, there's a joke there somewhere. Genevieve Lavangie, $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. Is this BetterHelp promo? So BetterHelp contacted me for sponsorship, and I turned that one down actually. So shout out to Matt from Mystic Animals, best editor in the game. I agree. Slap your head. Do you like Pac-Man frogs? Yeah, Pac-Man frogs are pretty cool. They're decent. I don't have one, but watching Double Lives tonight. I've got two screens. I don't know what Double Lives is, but sounds like it'd be pretty good. Oh, let's give away this thing. This. Oh wow, 230. Happened all this. 286. Please hit the like button. Tarakeet, $5. I appreciate you. You too. Like. That was your first super chat. Thanks so much. How do I enter? I'm so glad you asked. Yeah, my leprechauns keep chasing me too. Do you ship to the US? Yep. Is it a lamp? Sort of. It's like a sign. I have another one for informal history back there. Sean's Crazy Customs. I don't know if he has any social media, but anyway, my rarest snake. I've got. I actually traded the retic. That was the only one in Canada, but I got some retics that are pretty cool. Okay. Excuse me. Diamond's doing good. Sean, I think it's spelled like Sean. Sean. I don't know why that people spell their name Sean like that. No, I don't do tours. Please do not come to my house. I did not want anybody here. The Legacy did not open, as far as I know. Feed false feelings like every other day, every third day. Okay. This is a sign that Sean's Crazy Customs made. It is in no way affiliated with the Legacy Aquarium or the Reptarium. However, I'm going to give them some money, more money. And this is for free. So this is just for you to have, and to say thanks to the Reptarium for being the Reptarium. I'm going to send them some money. So you don't have to pay anything to enter. The way that you do enter is right now for the next, say, like 3 or 4 minutes. Just go #legacy. #legacy. In that time, if you do a super chat and ask me a question, I'll answer it. But #legacy, and then I'll just randomly pick. Boom. And then that is how I'm going to pick the winner. Where's Diamond? I'll go get Diamond right now while you guys do that. I request a video about the Salem witch trials. So I feel like stuff like the Salem witch trials is... Oh, did it go off? Why isn't it flashing anymore? There we go. I don't know if you saw flash. Why is it working? There we go. How's that? and you can change the color. So Salem witch trials, it's like a very robust topic. So I want to do it, but I just feel like it's going to take a lot of research and just be kind of time consuming to get right. And also, it get buried because my channel is really small. So it would be, yeah, that'll be one for another day when I got lots of time. But how often should I kiss my python? There's a joke there somewhere. Ask the person who wants to lick their cat. Okay, let me get Diamond for you. Oh, where'd he go? He was hiding. Oh, there's a big spider in here. Don't touch me, spider. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay, hold on. I'm getting him. What's up, fatty? Come here, fatty. All right, here we go. A butt sweaty. Okay. BGHD, $10. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You are the best. So, Diamond says hello on my shoulder. I don't know where the heck Trishy Two Shoes is, but I don't know. Maybe we're not going to do animal stuff tonight. Can we only say it one time? You can say it as many times as you want. Okay, I'm not going to check. How many reptiles do you have in total? I don't know. A lot. I'm going to spell this correctly now. Legacy. 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 Like a legacy. Oh, Turts and Herbs. Also, you're supposed to send me a shirt size and address to send you a shirt. Maybe you did and I missed it, but anyway, I remember that from last time. Oh, all Canadian Reptile Girls here. Legacy. Legacy. Okay, let's figure this out. And oh, by the way, I'm also paying to ship this. So wherever you are, I will ship it there. Please be in the US or Canada. I don't actually care. I'll ship wherever. Okay. Stop. No more hashtag legacies. I'm going to scroll. Okay. Backwoods Reptiles. Backwoods Reptiles. Backwoods Reptiles. Backwoods Reptiles. So, Backwoods Reptiles. All you have to do is email me at, you can do wickenswickedreptiles@gmail.com. wickenswickedreptiles@gmail.com. Backwoods Reptiles. Can I teach my ball python to box? Probably about as well as Logan Paul. Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think about Jake Paul fighting a 57-year-old man? What a bozo. Anyway, Twix, $5 on my way. Okay, stop sending me money, first of all. And second of all, what the heck were you doing? Anyway. Mike gonna win. It's held in review. So here's my opinion on the whole thing. I'll keep this really short because I know most of you probably don't care about combat sports. Mike and Logan were affiliated first, and Mike doesn't have an ego anymore. So I think that Mike is going to take it to decision. He's going to purposely not knock Logan out. I think he could knock Logan's head clean off if he chose to. And more collabs with Dave Kaufman. I just did one and nobody watched it. That video did terrible. And I think that he's going to let it go to decision. And that way it's going to legitimize Jake Paul's boxing career and say, oh, he went the distance with Mike Tyson. I think if Mike Tyson went out there and chose to win the fight, I think he'd destroy him within 2 rounds. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's all for money, and I think it's a setup. I don't think that Mike's going to take a dive, but I think that he's going to let it go the distance. Like, you know how when he fought Roy Jones Jr. and they just kind of like body cake? That's what I think it's going to be like. Mike does have a pigeon obsession. Now Kith. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I will watch it, of course. Yeah, so Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. It's real. In July or August, I forget. It's in Dallas. And they want to make it an actual sanctioned event, which is freaking crazy. Crazy. Insane crazy. Anyway, someone just sent me an email that I just saw some crazy things that Elon Musk has said. You can put them here. I'll read them aloud, and just if he actually said crazy stuff, I guess different. But did you play any sports as a kid? Yeah, I played soccer and baseball, and then I played football after that too, which is crazy because I'm tiny. Yeah, Tyson would eat that dude, and you know what? Until you love me, you know what? Yeah, it's on Netflix, which is amazing. So I can't wait to watch it. So I hope that continues Because here's the thing: I'm a huge combat sports fan, but I'm not paying $80 for a pay per view to watch in my living room. I'm just not. Like I'm a frugal son of a. I drive a Kia now, bro. So yeah. Mike kisses pigeons like 30, 40 times a day, probably. Uh, if he makes it, remember I requested it. If I make what? Yeah. In soccer in Canada, actually, soccer or football. So soccer in Canada is soccer. Football is the sport that like big men play. Soccer is the one where 170-pound men run around a field with stupid haircuts and giant wallets. Um, that's gonna ruffle some feathers. Pigeon feathers. Mike Tyson's coming. Yeah, soccer and football are two different things in Canada. So football is football and soccer is soccer. Yeah, sorry, my throat is. Sorry about that. Yeah, but baseball was like the sport that I was best at for sure when I was a kid, and I wasn't really that great at football. I understand football really well, but like I'm a short, small dude, right? So I was really not that good. But that football is by far my favorite sport. Uh, bro, remember the Canadian guy that would make reptile jokes? Yeah. Yeah, the rest of the world calls soccer football. Yeah, but we're in North America and we think the world revolves around us. So this is just monster because I was tired, but it takes me forever to get through these things. Why am I not moving anymore, Adam? Oh, because so this is from Twix. Why aren't you moving anymore, Adam? Oh, because I proposed to you and we're raising children together. So that's why. Anyway, all Canadian reptile girl, $5 for the trip. Pretty sure Tyson will crush Paul. So, oh, your dad's into combat sports, so you know. So thank you very much. All Canadian reptile girl, appreciate you. Rugby is Canada's national sport. I don't think that's true. Isn't it lacrosse? Isn't lacrosse Canada's national sport? Everyone thinks that it's. I think that's their. I don't have to look into this, but I'm pretty sure it's lacrosse. Everyone thinks it's hockey, but it's not. Uh, who proposed? So first of all, I'm old school. I would never let her propose. Like, I mean, I'm 5'6", bro. Like, let me be as much of a man as I can be. You know. So I proposed to her on a beach in Cuba, and I recorded it, and it will be in a video if she wants it to be. I haven't really discussed that with her yet, but Ethan Landrum, $2. Can you bring out one of the monkey tail skinks? No, not until Trish's here. Those things are like I need gloves and the whole thing. They'll rip me apart. How do you like your Zen habitats? Okay, so I want to uh, Jean-Paul Gattier. Is this the Norm Macdonald bit or is that a real person? So Zen Habitats, first of all, Zen Habitats has the nicest people in the world. I got proposed. I got proposed. I proposed last week, and I announced my engagement on social media. And Zen Habitats was the only company that I've ever worked with that actually sent me a congratulations. Like they're the nicest people ever. They were so nice to me. I love that company. However, their enclosures reflect their price point. That's what I'll say. Um, Ice hockey is hereby recognized and declared to be the national winter sport of Canada, and the game, commonly known as lacrosse, is hereby recognized and declared to be the national sport of Canada. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, lacrosse is huge, and then like so in Canada, I'm sure it's the same in the like U.S., but here in Canada, we've got like large native reserves, and like the athletes that come out of like this in a lot of places, like there's entire teams that are like from native reserves, and like the lacrosse players and hockey players, like those are not to be messed with. Hockey and lacrosse is a real deal here, man. Like when you talk about kids, like 16-year-olds playing hockey, these are kids who are giant human beings who will decapitate you with a stick. Like, yeah. How do you feel about the hybrid reptiles? Cool or about? I actually like hybrid reptiles as long as we're not mudding. Like, don't breed berms and ball pythons and then sell them as ball pythons, right? As long as you're doing ethically, I think that they're really cool. How How much for a standalone morning gecko video? More than $2, but thank you for the $2. Appreciate you, BGHG. My rarest reptile is probably, where's Frankie? Frankie is for sure. Oh, there he is, like staring right at me. I'll bring him out after. Trish said she's on her way home, so she can help me with this stuff. How old are your new kids and how many? 2 and 4. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, my life was pretty good. Not gonna lie. How long is how Long Island is the lacrosse haven to? I don't know. Is that true? Yeah, they're the cutest kiddos. Talk about the dart frogs. What about them? I'm on French Canadian of French Canadian descent and went to a mastery college. I don't know what that means. Do you ever? Yeah. So I've got enclosures in my living room that I will just literally stare at for hours. The one dart frog enclosure that I have, the tree frog enclosure that I have, I really like. I wish it would grow in a little bit better. I think I need to plant it better. The moss isn't growing as fast as I want, but I definitely do just sit down here and look for sure. I love my enclosures, and I'm very lucky to do this. Do you? No, I didn't adopt kids. I am getting married to a woman who has kids. So yeah, that's awesome. By the way, what size enclosure do you recommend for kids, and can you cohabitate them? Do they also need bricks and sticks? This is actually a really good question. So I don't recommend cohabitating kids. I would get a bunk bed for sure if you're going to cohabitate them. I would recommend an 8 by 10 room as a minimum. If they're boys, they're definitely going to fight, but it's actually fun to watch and you can film it and sell it. So I recommend fight clubs for children. In terms of their diet, whatever you feed them, they will make a career out of as they eat. They will sit there for hours and make you watch them eat and then look around like this and then ask you questions instead of actually eating. Also, when you try to train them, like give them commands, they will ask you, okay, but why? To the point where you just need to take a walk. And when you try to work from home, they will be walk in your office and be too cute to reprimand. So anyway, that is children's care guide. And if Clint didn't already do one, I would do one because I think that's hilarious. Lindsay, $10. No question. Just wanted to thank you for being such a nice dude. Whenever we've interacted on Instagram, also congrats on the engagement. Okay, first of all, I remember you, Lindsay. Thank you for the $10, and you're just a nice human being, so it's really nice. And I do not recommend beating your kids with bricks and sticks, or whatever you said. How many hides for kids? Honestly, they just give them a balloon and they'll be okay for hours. They don't need to hide. It's fine. Uh, Also, why does children's throw up smell so much worse than adult throw up? Like, I would much rather throw up at a bar off of a barroom floor than a child's throw up. Why does it smell worse than adults? Um, yeah, kids do scream and make a mess, but it's okay. Just wait until they're teenagers. So the problem is too, is these children, like the 4-year-old is gonna be taller than me by the time he's 8. So I'm gonna have to like start taking Muay Thai or something. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but don't beat your children up. It's a joke. Okay, just to defend myself. So a fight with my sister, like cats and most dogs, my mom throws us outside. Yeah, yeah. Can kids and animals cohab? Yeah, they cohab with a few dogs. They do pretty well together. One of them does beat one of the dogs with a balloon sometimes, and but then we put him into a solitary enclosure, which is a high chair that he's strapped to for a timeout. Do I need to feed the kids once a week? I recommend feeding them at least twice a week and making sure they always have water. Otherwise, Child Protective Services, which is like the PETA of humans, will come and check on you, and it's like this whole thing. All Canadian Reptile Girl, $10. Congrats on the engagement and growing fam. You need to come down this way again and check out the reptile zoo. I would love to. I'll come see you guys anytime. All Canadian Reptile Girl, first of all, Annalise, I don't even know who writes these comments because I know that her parents are really involved, but that entire family is amazing. They were super kind to me. I showed up, they cooked me dinner, took me places, showed me everything. Like, I have nothing but nice things to say about that family. So, you guys are awesome. Uh, Annalise has to follow Trish back. She's missing out. Yeah. Annalise is awesome. I'm a single mom, 2 boys. One is 21, one is 19. You definitely can't cohab once puberty hits. Well, we're gonna have to because we're gonna have more kids, and there's only so many bedrooms in this house, and most of them are taken care of by reptiles. So that's the other thing I thought about too. Is like I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff out of my house to make room for more kids. It's okay. Rent in Canada is really cheap. Anyway, best basking tent for kids. Honestly, I just sit both of them on the radiator and just crank it up all the way. Child protective services are the PETA for adults. I mean, for humans, yeah. Um, oh, I hear a door. There's someone here. Me and Casey are tied for number one fan here. What's your favorite bearded dragon morph? I can hear my own voice. And introducing to you, to everybody, it is. You have to be ready for your intro. Ready? Trishy Two Shoes. No one can see your face. Okay. All right. Those are cute, by the way. The things you showed me. Okay. And Twix. So if you're wondering who Twix is in the comments, it's okay. Thanks. Okay. Oh, I got gum for my new car. How about that? I should marry you one day or something. Okay. How big of a terrarium would you recommend for 4-year-old human? That's actually a great question. So is the 4-year-old human home yet? I know, but did they come get him? Oh, okay. Got it. You can explain it to me after. I'm doing a live stream or something. Okay. I am smitten. It is true. So, how do you quarantine the kids? How long do you quarantine the kids for? Honestly, they're just germ factories. So I don't think it really matters. I think that just everyone's getting sick all the time. It always kind of stinks a little bit, and everything's sticky. So, Twix best candy, but I agree. I personally love O. Henry's, but you gotta. What do you got? Tilly the Frilly? Sure. Did I miss the ring? So the ring is getting sized, but if you want to see, we took it. So I'll tell you the story because some of you actually care. Like, gentlemen, I'll get back to sports in a second. Basically, I went into so we picked this ring. Like, I took her ring shopping, so like I knew what she actually liked, like a month ago or something. And then I went to go buy the ring before Cuba because I knew that I wanted to propose to her in Cuba. And then they're like, "Oh, it takes 3 weeks to size." And I'm like, "I'm a man. I don't have time to plan for things like this. So please, like, get real." So I found somewhere to size it in a day, and then I went back the next day to actually go get it. And then they're like, "Oh, it's like a half size bigger than her finger actually was." So then I just brought it and proposed to her, and then she had to wrap a Band-Aid around it so she could wear it and it wouldn't fall off. And then we went and got a size, so it's not here. So, but it's on social media if you want to see it. Anyway, so how about them sports ball? Okay, so until they're 18. What about until they're 18? 18 years before they can be released into the wild. You can only hope, but it seems like some people live in their homes until they're like 30 now, so when they're children. But I'll do my best to make sure that they are set up in a way that they do not have to live at home until they're 30. How did you guys meet? Well, that's a story for a minute.
I slid into his DMs so many times, and he ignored me. And then he didn't ignore me. So.
Yeah. So. Yes. So anyway, yeah, I recently got my own frilly. His name is Nedry. Cool name. Do you feed your kids insects or vegetables? Mostly bear paws, and I don't know if they sell bear paws in the States. So I don't even know what I'm talking about. And yeah, can I get mine wild caught? They want to see Franny. I don't recommend getting children wild caught. Yeah. So here's the deal. Here's what I would say. College is free in Canada. College is not free in Canada. I don't know what you're talking. College is more expensive here than it is in the US. I don't know where you got that idea. But that's the thing too. People think that school is free here. It's not. And people think that prescription drugs are free here. They're not. I promise you. I'm an asthmatic and I spend hundreds of dollars a month just so that I don't die. And it's not a thing. Anyway, yes, I would say, Annalise, stay at home as long as you can. If the children that I raise in this house are watching this years and years later, get out. If you're successful and happy. Okay. These kids' questions are hilarious. I'm happy to answer all of them. Females are more expensive than males for sure. I don't know. We only have boys that that live in this house right now. So, yeah, I get asthma bad too. Like it's brutal asthma. I heard Canadians don't have to pay for swimwear. Is that true? I generally don't wear any in my own backyard, but generally outside house. Ham, did you see any snakes in Jamaica? They're headed there in the morning. So yeah, so we did see one, but it was dead. Oh, in Jamaica. Oh, they said Jamaica. Oh, no. So in Jamaica, I didn't. I saw like a few anoles, and that you got Franny, and that was it. But I didn't see any snakes in Jamaica. Also, I didn't. I left the resort, but it was for like excursions and stuff. And yeah, anytime I talked about uh, snakes, they'd all be like, I don't want to do wagwan snake," or I don't know. But no, I can't say that. Are there any skink breeders in Ontario? What species? Oh, it's so. Why is she so cold? Oh, pass, pass the pod. I don't know what that means. Bench Franny. Okay. Well, I'm not laying on my back, but I can like maybe like military presser. Yeah, it's $600 to get EpiPens here every. Yeah, my sister is like the Peanut Kids. My sister's one of the original, like the OG Peanut Kids, and she got my parents had to pay for EpiPens and stuff. Are you an EpiPen like Peanut Kid or? Okay, yeah, you can have her. She's a little bit much. Are you Peanut Kid or a Shellfish Kid or a Bee Kid? Or are you? Ugh. Heat mat? I think you mean, or basking bulb. Oh, Trish needs an AirPod so they can hear you. So they can hear you. Yeah. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if it does from both or not. Are you going to NRBC Dallas? No, and I'm also not going to Tinley. I know Tinley. Well, obviously, I would have to leave today, right? So not Tinley. We just got back from Cuba, and that was kind of a lot. So, yeah, I have to have an EpiPen on me at all times because of my food allergies. Well, that sucks. I don't know. Can you hear Trish now? Say, "Walla Walla Bing Bong." Uh, I don't know. Okay. What do you think is the best crested gecko substrate? Nothing. Oh, you don't think you can hear Trish? I don't know which one, if the microphone is in both or not. No. So the best leopard gecko, or sorry, crested gecko substrate, in my opinion, is like coconut core and sand and sphagnum moss mix, because then you can plant plants in it and stuff. And Trisha's completely silent. Well, she's also not talking. Turn off voice isolation. How do I do that, bro? I don't. I'm old. Like I don't know how to do stuff like that. I really want to go to Cuba. What do you recommend? Oh, okay. What do you recommend I do there? Okay. First of all, we went to Cuba and we went to a resort. Cayo Coco is where we went. We had plans of going off the resort. Here's what you need to know if you go to Cuba: bring cash. So I went to Jamaica like 2 weeks before, and I just went to an ATM and pulled out cash, and they accepted cash, and you could just exchange, and it was like no big deal. If how tall is Trish compared to me? She's like 5 or 6 inches taller. She's bigger than me. If you go to Cuba with no cash, you're screwed. You can't buy anything. You can buy pesos, but they don't even accept their own currency. So if you go into you can find somewhere that exchanges like a credit card for pesos, they won't even like if you want to take a cab, they won't accept pesos. If you want to go to an excursion, they won't accept it. If you want to buy something in a corner store, they won't accept it. So yeah, right. So we went to this marketplace like down the road from our hotel, and I wanted to buy a hat, and it was $15 Canadian, or the equivalent of $45 in pesos. So they don't bring cash. All I'm saying is bring cash, all the cash, bring all the freaking cash. That's what I'm saying. How much humidity for a 2-year-old? Smoke them out. Smoke them out. I'm telling you, just like as much, like 100% humidity. Get a girlfriend and propose to her. Done that. Been there, done that. Give Trish the other AirPod. I did give her the other AirPod. You just can't hear because apparently there's voice isolation or something. I don't know how to do. Am I gonna be at the next Toronto Expo? I think so. I don't know what's going on with the expos. How do you take care of all your reptiles a day? Hire people to do it and get a girl, fiance who likes to deal with reptiles. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're all plugged in. Anyway, the missing system is going in the main thing. Pikachu, how do you take? That's not Pikachu. That's lightning, thunder. Like if Pikachu was that big, that would be an issue. Wait, yeah, we got engaged last week. Thank you, appreciate it. I proposed to her, and she was like, I guess so. What size do you recommend for a child's python? Like a children's python? 4x2x2. That's thunder. Oh, here go the frogs. She's over there checking your cages and you're handling your snakes. Marry her now. We're already getting married, bro. She's got a ring, so she said yes. Next year, I'm gonna, bro. I traded in my baby of a truck so I could buy something with more seats so we could have more kids today. Okay, I drive a Kia now. What is your favorite human breed? Oh God, that is gonna get me in so much trouble. I am not redheads. Just one. WWR redhead on Instagram. Can you show which frogs make that call? Yeah, it's the white street frogs. No, I know it was a joke, but also at the same time, you can't make jokes on the internet. I've realized because people will crucify you. What? Yeah, those are white tree frogs. You can hear them. Good. Would you guys get any other tortoises, or are you good with the cherry heads? I'll be sure to congratulate you guys in person. Well, hey, thank you, Chelsea. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I know. Frankie needs a nail cut big time. So tortoises, I love tortoises. I would love a leopard tortoise, stockatas. Um, I mean, Aldabras, obviously, but I think that living in Canada is the problem because we only have enough climate to keep them outside for 5 months ish. So anything like they need a lot of space. So here I wouldn't get any more. I think I should go to the wedding. Should Abigail go to the wedding?
Yes.
Okay, you're invited apparently. Do you need who's going to be your plus one? I don't know. It's up to her. Sure, Abigail. I'll send you a wedding invitation with your shirt. Um, well, wait. No, you have red. I do have red eyes, but the red eyes are upstairs, and their croaks are like it's very quiet. Those guys sound like they're dogs. Uh, the iguana is gorgeous. Yeah, this is Canadian prepper. Oh God, how do I? Okay. Oh yeah, I know this is the most beautiful animal in the entire world. Can any frog be kept in a 12 by 18? Yeah, like American green tree frogs can. What is the ideal age for breeding children in captivity? Oh God, bro, come on. He should live stream the wedding. No, I think that'll be a private affair. Yeah, that's when my boyfriend and I got an Egyptian tortoise. I thought it was gonna be a breeding thing again. 33 and 27. So Turts and Herps, Turts and Herps is a stalker, by the way, big time stalker.
What?
Someone asked how old we were, I assume. But anyway, I'm 32. I'm not 33 yet. I just round up all the time, so I forget how old I am. So I'm not many years old. Yeah, robbing the cradle. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's true. How much do you pay? I paid 2,500 for the Fiji, but I got a deal on it because they're like, "Oh, I want to watch it on your channel." So I'm very lucky to get those. Do you know of any Fiji? Yes. What's his freaking name? It's the Zen Canada guy is the guy I bought it from, but I can't remember his name, and I feel like a dick because I can't. No, it's not Michael. It's not Jerome. It's not Gurpreet. I know. Just show you how tame they actually are. Yeah, I mean, Fiji banded iguanas. Can you get Doug? Fiji banded iguanas compared to actual like green iguanas, different. And they're not even similar. Like that Fiji banded, I can go in there. He might run away from me if he's like all fired up. And if he thinks there's food involved, he might try to take a nip at you, but like it doesn't hurt. So yeah, they're different. Rob Conrad, that's his name. Thank you, Breeze Exotics. Yeah, so Rob Conrad. Do you have any aquariums? Oh, trauma. Tell me you don't watch my channel. I did have an aquarium, and then because of that aquarium, I did a bunch of drywall and flooring. So I had a 150-gallon aquarium that leaked about 75 gallons through the floor into the basement. So no, I have one tiny aquarium now that I put the fish in, but I got rid of the turtles. So yeah. When you get a baby king rat snake, I'm giving you. Oh, what's up, Mike? Giving you one, just so you know how tame they actually are. King rat snakes are not tame. I don't like getting bit by snakes. Thank you for being here. What's your opinion on children's pythons? I love them. If you guys know anything about spotted pythons, I love them. And actually, Aria, the zookeeper, just got a children's python. My throat is getting dry. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, his nails need to be trimmed also. Peter's banded skink. I knew you were going to say that. Stock tanks are the best. Yeah, stock tanks are the best, but they're bad for display. So you need room on the floor because you can't really stack them. The turtles crippled him for real though. Holy cow! I love the comments on that video too, bro. You're blaming the turtles. As I say in the video, there's no one's fault. It's no one's fault but my own fault. Anyway, so this is a green iguana, and it's a different thing. It is a different thing. I think I want to get my boy a green anaconda. He said it would be good in a 10-gallon. I recommend cohabbing 6 of them in a 10-gallon, actually. My favorite reptile when I was... It's a joke. It's a joke. I can't believe I outlived WWR with outlived with yellow buddies. Yeah, so... Yeah. And, like, don't get me wrong. Oh, are we? Shoot! Can you hit the light? It's just a thing back there. Anyway, so there once was a ghost, and his name... Anyway, the lights will go on in 1 second here. Yeah, it's just a button. It's funny, too. I put it to 9:30 because I'm like, I'm not going to stream for 2 hours. Here we are. 250 people still here. What PVCs do you use? I've been looking at... So these ones here are Cornell's World. They're 8x4x3s, and I paid $7,000 for the 2 of them with all the lighting and all that stuff. You can come into the frame. And you still have a headphone in?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they can hear you, but so next time we'll do like we'll figure out a boom mic thing. Cornell's World is actually all right. I'm doing that. I'm getting like drippy. Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere. Can you get the monkey tails? No, we're not. Okay. I mean, if Trish wants to get the gloves on. Okay. Well, if you want to get the gloves on and do the monkey tail, you can. We can actually probably turn the room light on too, and maybe just kind of like do just like hit the slider down. There we go. A little bit more down. Okay, that's good. Okay. If you like spooky history, Tick, you're amazing. My WWR After Dark. It's like Dr. Drew After Dark. I love the mood lighting. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Kiss your fiance on the lips. Don't say this out loud. Just do it. Oh, well. You have to say don't read it out loud first. I read like at a 4th grade level. Bro, do your kids need bioactive? Well, the 2-year-old does still poop in his pants a bunch, and I have tried to put in isopods in there to clean it out, but it turns out you still need to change them, otherwise Child Protective Services gets involved. So the whole thing. Uh, yeah, it's a joke. Child Protective Services doesn't show up. What is your necklace you tried to hide? Oh, I didn't try to hide it. It's just like I think dudes who wear chains like this are douchey. It's just a compass. Doesn't mean anything. I just think it looks cool. That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Trishy Two Shoes bought me a matching bracelet and just for no reason, just cause, which is pretty nice. I'm not really a big jewelry guy, but I do like it a lot. Might need dung beetles for his diapies. Yeah, but dung beetles roll things away, so I don't know where they're gonna put it. Um, yeah, you're Anchorman for reading things out loud. Oh, that's so funny. Can you pet children? Put children in racking systems? We do have them in bunk beds, so yes. That's so funny. Do kids need UVB? We do bring them outside from time to time. Uh, so Trish is gonna handle the monkey tail because like this animal will rip you apart. It'll just like not by purpose, not on purpose, but like look at like the feet on this thing. They're crazy, and also their tails. Like their monkey tails are amazing. The problem is their claws are just too powerful. Like they will rip you apart. I have so I always think that these are going to be about kids now. It's like I have a year-old female, but she's talking about leopard geckos, not children. Can a dog sleep in the same enclosure as my 20-foot reticulated python? It depends if you want your dog to be around in the morning. Your head's so fragile. Do you want me to put that on my head? No. Are you high? Um, Damn rack systems, huh? Do they at least get outside time? Be careful, baby, if that bites me in the face. Oh, well, I don't think he'd bite me, but also the bites of monkey tails are no joke. Ask Ken about that. Damn rack systems, huh? Do they at least get outside time or student enrichments? Yeah, we bring it. We play with blocks and Play-Doh with them. Yeah, yeah. I sent a picture of my dad to Trish making that big giant enclosure over there. And my dad asked if I ever let her out for enrichment. Uh, Come handle a Nile. Yeah, dude, for real though. Yeah, so Matt, Fadi and I were talking about doing like a little trip. So that'd be cool. I can come see you. On my anxiety meds, yeah. It's really stuck to her jacket. Yeah, it's true. I actually thought you meant Trish had reptiles and not actual kids for a solid 10 minutes. No, there's actual children. Uh, do you do you live children? We do feed them goldfish and we don't kill them first. So yeah, and bear paws. I thought yeah I know. Uh, hey, my dad's asking how Pittsburgh is doing. It's funny that you actually spelled it correctly. Did I tell you there was no H on Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh is the Maclat's python.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get him out? It's gonna bite the shit out of you, but oh yeah. We don't say the F word on the stream, Trish. Yeah, there's children here. Um, Sending you a Cayman for a wedding present, baby. KJ's taking care of us. Can't wait for that. Thank you, KJ. You want to come to Ontario for a wedding? How do you get children to accept frozen thawed pinkies? Generally, I try not to freeze the children's pinkies. Frostbite is bad, although in Canada it is doable for most of the time. And then I generally don't feed them their own frozen thawed pinkies. I feed them the other one's frozen thawed pinkies. Trying not to make appropriate jokes is so hard. It's so true, though. Sounds about right. What do you think of brown green anoles? I think they're cool. We found a bunch of them in Cuba. So that video will come out, and we found a bunch of them. So do you kids need like height? So do they do like climbing? So it's so funny. Like my mom comes over, and the 4-year-old is just climbing on her shoulders, like the third or fourth time that she met the kids, and then he's just climbing on her shoulders. Like they do like to climb things like jungle gyms. Trish owes $10 for the swear jar. Oh, baby cakes. Can you plug the informal history sign into that? Yes, it is an informal history sign. Can you ship children overseas? That's called trafficking and it's frowned upon. Okay, Mr. Hot Sauce and Mr. Hat, shave half my mustache. Oh, Max. Okay, I'm like, who's been here for that long? That's so funny. They hate sticks and bricks, though. Yeah, we tend not to throw sticks and bricks at the children. What size enclosure do you keep your cherry head tortoises in? So they're actually. So here's the part where I get crucified. My cherry heads are cohabbed with the boa. So they live in an 8x4x3 enclosure during the winter months, and then in the summer, I think it's 8x12 or 8x16. It's outside that I keep them. So what we're gonna do this year is we're gonna build. So every year on Canada Day, which is July 1st, we have an Independence Day too. July 1st, my dad and I have a project where we build something. So I think this year we're just going to push it up and do it on May 2-4. Just don't let her bite me, please. Anyway, Pittsburgh is doing great. Yeah. And, but she is cantankerous as can be. So, oh yeah, she wants me. So I think this year we're going to move our project up to May 2-4. So Victoria Day is a thing in Canada. I think Memorial Day is in the US. It's around like the third weekend in May. And we're going to build the tortoise enclosure taller, and then we're going to keep Doug the iguana out there too with them. So we're going to cohab them. Kids and bricks. I mean, who's the best human breeder? I'm not doing this. Any Stop. Best description I can give is dark brown and golden color. Oh, jeez Louise. That got too close. Okay, that was close. All right. Well, we'll rewatch the replay, but that felt very close. Any tips for other guys who want to date, marry out of their league? Okay, first of all, I'm not upset about that. I mean, look at her; it's true. And second of all, I don't even know. You have to ask her about it. I don't even know. Like, I think she's just. I don't even know. I don't know how. Can Kibbs be cohabbed? Yes, but apparently after puberty it gets harder or something. I don't know. I have an ornate box turtle. Dang, she's got it out for you. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So, Annalise, did you see that? Did Trish ask me about the whip scorpions at the last Toronto Expo? I work the Tangled in the Webs booth. I don't know. Look at her face, Trish. Did she? Was there a super tall redhead that came and asked you about whip scorpions? I think it's already gone. Oh. You have to be married before she tries to kill you. I mean, she can step on me if she chooses. So, I don't own any viper geckos. Lucky guy. She seems fun and full of life. Yeah, Trish is taller than female girls. Teenage girls. Female girls. Do kids eat mealworms or crickets? No, again, that's one of those things where Child Protective Services gets involved if you start feeding your kids bugs. Can I keep 6 little boys in a vertical set? Oh, there's so many appropriate jokes. No, don't do that. Yes, kids do bite. The 2-year-old bites all the time. All the time. Bit me in a restaurant today. So, no. Show us a reptile. Yeah, she's going to get them. Do kids eat dubia roaches? Yeah, but not from dubiaroaches.com. I thought you were doing the show and tell. Oh. Yeah. Describe it.
This is a blood red.
Blood red.
Blood red het.
No, blood red pied.
Oh, I was gonna
say. So you say the genes that it actually shows first, and then the hets after.
Oh, okay. So blood red pied, het, pretty girl, something else.
Nailed it. You got so much happier when she came around. Yes. Well, I am. I hate an ant, and I ate an ant when I was 4. Do I? Do you declaw the kids? I really should, because the 2-year-old also claws you, and he'll just come around and. Just But again, Child Protective Services says you're not allowed to cut their fingers off, so we don't do that. President G 499. Where is Diamond? Diamond was here earlier, so we're. The audio keeps cutting off. Oh, Trish, can you bring me my other headphone? They can't hear you anyway, but it's cutting off. Thank you. Yeah, we'll figure it out next time that you have a thing too. Do the kids' tails grow grow back? We try not to detach the children's tails. Frowned upon. Does she know? Does she know you who beat corn snakes info into you? I don't know what that means. Hey, can mountain horn dragons be cohabbed with other reptiles? Probably, but I haven't really put too much thought into it. We do not feed the kids with tweezers. We use forks and spoons. Can you cohab 2 kids in a 20-gallon? We cohab 2 kids in a 1,219 square foot house. Oh, yeah. Okay, guess what it is. Ready? You just get to see the face. Okay, and if you win, if you know what it is, you win my love and respect.
Oh, follow you back on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll follow you back on Instagram. Okay. Okay.
He's psychotic, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, Gavin the Sportsman got it.
That's right.
The lychee. Yeah, I love how lychees have little tiny tails.
Right?
That's
so
Dave.
tiny.
Beautiful. The pinks are really showing up, eh?
Mhm.
We're going to do a video on Ractodactylus species. It's not a gargoyle, it's a lychee.
Smack the back out.
It's not a, yeah, Ractodactylus, Spactodactylus. Oh, what are the dune geckos called with their Latin name?
Oh, give me a second here. I gotta think about it.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Mandadactylus.
Yeah, Mandadactylus, Fandadactylus. You answer your DMs, so that's enough. Yeah, I do answer my DMs. As many as I can. I mean, baby food is kind of like CG. Yeah, okay, kind of. Do you have any knob? I have 1 knobtail gecko.
Can we have a knobtail?
Yeah, why not? I do have 1 knobtail gecko. Yeah, we do those projectile poop children or the gecko? Because yes to both. I got to hold an adult on my birthday last year. Now it's a bucket list pet. Trish says an adult human. Good for you. I hold an adult human sometimes too. How much is a child at Reptile Expos? Stop making trafficking jokes. I'm going to get in trouble. Any bucket list animals? Bolin's python? Yeah. I mean, I'm really lucky because basically every animal I've ever wanted, I have, like in terms of reptiles, like I have all of them. Bolin's python? Maybe? Yeah, that one's a little psychotic also. Show the eye.
It doesn't even look real. It looks like a doll.
I know. So that's a knobtail gecko.
He doesn't even feel real either.
I know.
Look at his little knobby tail.
That's Charmander. Yeah, he's super cool. Would you consider female humans to be aggressive or good with children? So it really depends. So some females are good with children. Some of them have Netflix documentaries about how they're not good with children. Are they aggressive? No, they're not aggressive. Okay, what's your favorite reptile as far as looks go? Oh man, Fiji banded iguanas probably. I mean, Spider-Man agamas are pretty cool. I mean, it's really there's so many. I mean, like there's so many. Was your wife wild caught or captive bred? She's wild. She's wild. Yeah. Turks and Herps. stalks at an appropriate distance. How many dubia roaches do I feed a week? I recommend not feeding dubia roaches. Squams are maybe the most. Yeah, squams are pretty amazing. So for the mountain horn dragon cohabbing thing, I'd really have to put more thought into it. I don't want to give you an answer off the cuff. Your kids aren't taking. Oh, bring them over, Susan. So this is Susan. She doesn't scratch you, which is nice. She's never tried to bite me either. So this is my Ackie monitor, Susan. She's beautiful, and she's a wiggly worm. We'll put her back. Would you consider a playground to be child's natural habitat? Anything with lots of germs on it that could be messy or shouldn't be touched. Do crested geckos just poop on my bed? My crested geckos have pooped on my bed too. Would you consider? You haven't blocked me for my creepiness. No, we like you, Turts and Herps. Did we say your real name on stream? I always have a thing where I try not to say people's real names if I know them because it's like I feel like that's like a doxing thing. If I did that, I'm sorry. Wildcat for sure. I was married to a redhead. You're a brave man. Yeah. Try not to make a gingivitis joke. How big are your white street frogs enclosure? 1,500 gallons. I'm not joking. It's huge. It's 846 feet. Okay, cool. So Abby, what's up? Adam exposed for doxing a minor. Stop it. Well, I hear footsteps from my dog. So McDonald's ball pits are perfect for children. Oh yeah. This is our oh wow. He's also 80 pounds. This is Russ. He is a Secretary of Defense. Flutie is head of security, but he's Secretary of Defense. He's a brontosaurus. Yeah. Did you have a hard time taming down your Ackie? Not really. Honestly, we almost never pick her up. How's this for a good T-shirt idea? So you know how like when you see bands and they have like on the back the tour dates? Yeah, such a good idea. So putting no, putting the names of all the co-hosts on the back. Such a good idea. Rusty's so little. Yeah. Show us the 1,500 gallon enclosure. Yes, I'll show it at the very end of the stream. How is the dog around the reptiles? We don't ever put them together. Like so, all the reptiles are in enclosures right now, so that's different. But we never ever mix dogs and reptiles ever because although Russ is good with reptiles, like this is before like under my watch, it's never happened. It only takes one time for the dog to think it's a toy, and then that's a wrap. So my dogs and reptiles never, ever. How do you know if a human breeder is reputable or not? Well, I know all the parts work, so that's good. Do you target train the kids? Yeah. The 4-year-old is really good at running headfirst into a target that he shouldn't. Are your kids captive bred or wild caught? Oh, where's the other one? Yeah, so these are mountain horn dragons. There's the 3 of them. Show their faces. They are so freaking cute. Thank you to Daffy's Reptiles for turning me on to these guys. I do have a 4th one. I don't know where it is. But yeah, I love how the one just turns green to blend in with the leaves. Yeah, I'm still alive. This is live. What kind of dog is Rusty? It's not Rusty. It's Russell. Russ. We call him Russ. Russ the bus. Trust Russ the bus. We don't know what kind of dog he is. He's a mutt. So he's a rescue. Yeah, I know you think he's Australian Shepherd, but that is not what an Australian Shepherd looks like. Yeah, he's some, but if he has Australian Shepherd, the only thing is the tongue. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think like Rhodesian Ridgeback with the color, but he doesn't have. Yeah, but he's also big. Or like, yeah, maybe like a Vizsla or Rhodesian Ridgeback with like a, I don't want to say Mastiff, but like kind of has like a Rottweiler frame without the color. Can you please tell Clint to make a special episode called "Child the Best"? He already did that. He already did that. Yeah. So I used to have an Australian. You guys remember? I used to have an Australian Shepherd. That he has no Australian Shepherd in him. Yeah, but he's just a dog. Um, I have to go feed my human kid and my Cresty. So thank you very much for showing up. Unless his tongue is black, he's prob not Parcha. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he is. Same with So here's the thing: do an embark DNA test and find out. Okay, so here's the deal with DNA testing for dogs. There's been a bunch of studies on these sites who do this. If you get 5 tests from 5 different companies and send the exact same sample, you get 5 different results. So I think these are all baloney. All of them are baloney. Because I wanted to do one for Nelly, and I looked into it, and it turns out that all of these DNA testing. Oh my God! Somebody get rid of that. What? Dude, I am so sorry for anyone who saw that. What the? Wow. Okay. Anyway, I do not have any newts. Uh, Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That was. Wait till I tell you about the super chat I just got. Anyway, I can't say any of the words on this stream. Anyway, this is fettuccine. So Trish also came with reptiles, and this is fettuccine. Yeah, he's a ball python. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I promise you, I did not know that was going to happen. Okay, what is your favorite morph of human? Ginger, obviously. It's gone. I'll tell you about it later, though. I can't say any of the words.
Is it like
No, they deleted it. Someone deleted it. And it was a super chat, too. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I guess I can't even tell that story either. Okay, I was named my turtle. Oh, your turtle's name is Fettuccine? I was going to tell him about the racist dude, but obviously can't. Yeah. Gingers are the way to go. Yeah. Foddy needs to put up more videos with mountain horn dragons or stenos. Foddy's a bad influence. The reason I got mountain horns and the reason I got stenos are both because of him. Will you make a video on how to set up an enclosure for kids, please? You know what's funny? We should do it, but do the other 4x2x2 for 2 children and put them both in it. That'd be hilarious. What day of the week is April 1st? Find out. That's funny. Do a chesty out. I'm not showing you my tits. Anyway, do you have any exotic pets? I can't find mountain horn dragons anywhere in the U.S. I have 2 tall ginger friends. Cool. I have 1 tall ginger fiance. It's Monday. It's a Monday? Oh, sick. April 1st is a Monday. So, yeah, that would be freaking hilarious. I guess I've never talked to her about putting them on camera. I know it's kind of like a weird thing. I never really thought about it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Trish would not want me to show up. The waitress at the restaurant was kind of giving me eyes today, and she made comments about murdering her and putting her. Yeah, she would not like that at all. Okay, what kind do you recommend? What humidity do you recommend for kids? House temp 40%. What's your favorite species of chameleon? Parsons chameleons are cool. Jacksons are pretty cool too. Pinocchio chameleons are pretty cool. Get another reptile, babes. We're almost done. I'm not going to do this for. Sorry, allergies. What do you keep your stenos in? Like just regular kind of like aquariums with a basking bulb and UVB. Depth blur their faces. I'll have to talk to. Yeah, it'll be a discussion. Don't worry. I'm not just gonna like randomly show children that. Would you like me to ship you some captive red children as a gift for an engagement? Please do not do that. No. I think the rest of them that I raise, I'll make myself. What size enclosure would you advise for a rambunctious teenager? I spent my teenage rooms in an 8x8 bedroom, so you could probably do that. Uh, I've been waiting to do a day kick. I'll do a giant day gecko video soon. Soon, before. Oh, goodness. Okay. Other than fettuccine, which reptiles did Trish bring? Jeffrey, the tree frog that's in that enclosure. Rocco, Sunny, so a couple geckos. Yeah, Kristen the leopard. I think that video went away. Someone said something about you I was going to read, but it's gone. What do you think of Viper geckos or Pac-Man frogs? Probably not. I used to have a carpet chameleon, but it died. I did a whole video about it. Yeah, can dress the kids in costumes when you do a video to protect them. Okay. Yeah, we're just talking about like doing that video. I'm like, oh, showing kids on the internet is kind of weird. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Okay. Dress the kids as me. Of course it is. Who else would it be? Do a more serious note. Quick thoughts on binos geckos. So Foddy has binos, and I do think they're cool, but I don't really know much about them. So yeah, this is a carpet python, by the way. They said it was a coastal Irian Jaya mix, but jaguar, not jungle, jaguar. So yeah, yeah. Is that a junk? Oh, so maybe they did say jungle. I don't know. Barb Lawrence, $9.99. Have a great trip. Thank you so much. Oh, Pakistan. I'm gonna breed the mountains when they get big enough. Do you like dogs? I have got 4 dogs, and I actually hate dogs. Yeah, of course. Are children are children food aggressive? Trish from the other room, emphatically, yes, they are. The one is, and the one isn't. I'm a big fan. I'm 11 years old. Well, thank you for showing up. Why aren't you in bed? I don't know what part of the world you're in, actually. So, would you consider children to be an invasive species? They invaded this house, so yes. Okay, can you block this guy, please? Sorry, I don't mean to be rude to the. I'm just like, let's just block that dude. How often do you have to change Homo sapiens water? Often. These kids actually drink a lot of water, and they eat Brussels sprouts and broccoli before they eat candy. Like they're weird kids. Oh, it's a different account. Okay, okay. Sorry, and I didn't mean to be rude to you guys. Like I didn't mean to sound like annoyed at you guys. I just like don't want that on the stream. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Tick. Appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. I don't want like. Yeah, racism is something that we probably should not be condoning. So we did get rid of that as fast as possible. Okay. How can I pick you children on rat diet? Just jokes. All right, baby. We've been doing this for 148 minutes, so. Sounds like you're dead, mate. Need a good sleep. Yeah, my voice is just yeah. Hey www, I got Wickens Wicked Reptiles. Hey, you're the man. Thank you so much. How's Diamond doing? He's doing great. Can I keep children in groups? Like you keep your geckos. I recommend. No, I think 120 gallons would be way too big, or yeah, way too big for 6 kids. I think you should definitely keep them in something smaller. We'll show the 150, but are the lights on the 150? I think it's. I think it's the. There's like a button over there. Yeah. My next video, I actually have to film tomorrow. I'm kind of behind. I have to get it to Matt tomorrow morning. Can you put a hat on? I can't see. That's funny. I've been here since 2020. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That was like the early days. Show Ekans and Frog. So I'm not gonna show Ekans because she is pregante big time, and I want to move her. Did you find it? Oh, yeah. Did it go up? Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay. Let's go on a field trip. Oh, he's climbing. So, can I turn this thing around? So here's the 1,500 gallon. It's kind of dirty, but anyway, there's lights up top. So there's two UVBs, which you can't really see on because they're not on. Turks and Herps lives in this, as is Asher's Amphibians. And there's a heat lamp up there, and then up there you can't see them, but there are heat panels. Ledges on the walls, sticks. There are no bricks. We should put a brick in here. Plants. There's one of the retics. So, and the thing is too, I've got like a lot of hate, like, oh, you guys keep 2 retics, blah blah blah. Like, listen, look at how big this enclosure is. That's 1 retic. Okay, and the other one's on the ground for some reason. She's almost never on the ground, but I think she's shedding. So there's the other one. Anyway, and they're not breeding. I'm not trying to breed them or anything. They just live together. So anyway, and there's also, and they were roommates. So 2 of the whites are right there. There's another one right there. There's another one in the water over there, on the water. There's another tree frog, and then there's 2 giant day geckos. So, a little science. I kept over 200 people here the entire time. Sometimes up to 300. Want a pickle? Okay, and keep comments to myself. Okay, how do you stop my pet children from calling for help? We've been trying to figure that out also. Anyway, nice dark star in there.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, that's probably the bromeliad species. The allocation in the back, I actually don't know what it's called. It just was sold as an allocation. It was like $60. It was huge, and they destroyed it. Like, there were so many big leaves. I'm not making saltwater. What?
My kids keep croaking, getting the sticks ready.
You're okay. Do you have a BCC? No, I have a BCI though. Dark star. Oh, so it is the. Okay, cool. We have to fix it.
So how do I do this with my kids?
I know. Okay. Oh, do you have a BCC? I know. I thought boat constrictor. I've actually never made that correlation until right now, which is hilarious. So I literally have a bit about a BCC. Anyway, just joining in. Any updates on the leopard gecko cult? Honestly, no. Like, this stream has been very. No one's attacked me at all. This has been actually pretty great. Yeah, well, yeah, but TikTok like is full of the thing. You know what you hear when you whisper into a TikToker's ear? An echo. Okay, Adam, I dare you to no, I'm not doing a saltwater aquarium. Okay. Oh, the cult that my leopard geckos have formed. Yeah, they formed a gang. It was a whole thing. The LLLs, but LLL is like an actual company. Yeah. We don't say the F word. I got a Suriname BCC, so this is so much funnier now because I've never. Yeah. 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 Yep. I have a TikTok too, but I just don't use it. Yeah, I do have it. So Matt, excuse me. So Max, I do have a TikTok, but I don't run it. The same company who runs my Facebook runs my TikTok. Yeah. How is your the Tegu? Tegu's doing great. Any tips on your on to? I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, we found a place for our turtles. We gave them to the reptile store, and they rehomed them eventually because I was sick of like, and they did a really good job.
Excellent question, Alex. What about cookies?
I don't have tokays because I don't like getting bit by lizards who make me bleed. If y'all trade places, we should be able to hear both of y'all. What? I just purchased 12 snakes. I was in Canada. I would have snatched Mappy. Yeah, I know. The map turtle was so cool. I know. I just. You get it. How old is Diamond? 7-ish? Something like that? What? Oh. The boa is coming back up on her enclosure. Or her perch. How often do I miss children? I don't know. I got in trouble. Apparently, it's you can't spray water at them. So. Can Cressies have solids to eat? Yeah, they can eat crickets and stuff. It sucks that giant dingos remove part of their skin. I agree. I think JKR is saying since the mic is capturing sound from the left, if you swap places, it might work to catch your voice. What if I did it upside down? Now I feel stupid. But now it's going to be like catching from up here.
Hello, friends.
Does this sound bad?
Can you hear me?
Speak, Trish.
Hello.
My beardy is 5. It's better.
Good.
Okay. That
That
did work. Okay,
Jinx.
good. But kind of quiet.
Sorry.
We'll scream. We're gonna end it soon anyway. We've been doing this for 100. We're going on 3 hours.
Last one was I think like 4 hours. That was me like I took out almost every reptile.
Yeah. Or put it in her ear. You guys just don't want to hear me. You guys are dicks. Will you ever get a sailfin or a caiman? So I'm assuming you mean a caiman lizard. Oh, caiman lizard. It actually says it. Yeah, I would love a sailfin, especially a Philippine sailfin. Just they need such big enclosures. We just don't have room. What? Okay, yeah. You should make a video about variable king snakes. Variable king snakes are pretty cool. I'm dying. How long should I quarantine a white tree frog? I made a whole video about quarantine, so it depends. Like 3 months is like standard, but you can do it for less. Just go have a fail film with the kids. Yeah. Thank you for distracting me from coursework. Coursework, no problem. My next live, what's the date? The next Animal Crossing dressing is Trish instead.
Oh, I love it.
What's today's date? The 15th. So it's the middle of the month. So it'll probably be end of April, probably. Should I bring your reptile to the vet often or regularly? No, just only when they're sick. She's not my girlfriend. She's my fiance. She is really nice. Start watching 2 minutes in. Thank you. Thanks for watching the whole thing. You're still going? I watched all of IMSA. I don't know what that is. And I'm almost done with my homework. What's IMSA? I have an RI. I did actually have an RI technically a few weeks ago. So, yeah, Church and Hurt's been here the whole time too. My parents failed with cohabbing me. I ended up on the couch every single night. That's so funny. I've been here the whole time. Blah blah blah. Ever been to Greece? Nope. I should do a kid. Okay, good. American Race Car Series. Oh, cool. For CB Stenos, do you know anyone or know anyone who knows anyone who sells them in the States? No. Yeah, like I like race cars and stuff, but like I guess like I don't have time to take on a new thing. I get obsessed with stuff. Like when the football season starts, da 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 da. Like you just don't talk to me for 18 weeks plus playoffs. I think he has enough experience with kids yet. I don't think he has enough experience with kids yet. What to do what? I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Favorite place to go herping? I mean, honestly, probably Madagascar was the best because you just find chameleons everywhere. But Indonesia was pretty cool too. Oh, for kids? Oh. Can you get me Dave Kaufman's autograph? He does have a nice autograph, but also no. I just joined. What did I miss? Bro, we've been doing this for 3 hours. Like we're about to shut this off. My Viv, there's so many. I don't know what ELC RHP rating heat panel. My Viv rating heat panel isn't cutting. I don't know what's going on. If you want to get obsessed with something, check out Adam's second channel. Tick, you're amazing. Let's talk about your autograph, Adam. Yeah, you know, because I autographed that picture for you. It's pretty bad. So I was at the dealership today signing, and dude, Captain Hook. I bought a car. I called him to his face. Yeah, I bought a car from a guy who literally has a hook like a pirate, and I called him Captain Hook like as a joke. They were all making jokes with each other, so it wasn't like I was being a dick. And he signed AW as my signature, and it looked like a 12-year-old did it, and I'm like, that's exactly what my signature looks like. Anyway, by the way, if you ever want to buy a Kia, Cardinal Kia in Niagara Falls was Sean Fowler, the best. Do you got the legacy sign? Yes, it's no longer connected, but somebody did win it. So, do you ever plan to get a rhino iguana? I can't. I live in Canada, bro. They're illegal here, but I would love to. Cyclura are like. Did you like Mappy or the Yellow Belly more? Mappy had more personality. Man, I'd buy a Kia if the salesman was Captain Hook. So yeah, we went to. I guess we're all friends here now. 3 hours in, we went to Hyundai because I was gonna look at a Palisade because they're kind of like the same thing. And we walked around for like 15 minutes. We were inside the showroom, inside the Palisade. There was like salesmen kind of looking at us, and they just didn't approach us. We just left. Went to Kia. Sean jumps on me 13 seconds after I get out of my truck, and
In like a good way. It wasn't like
yeah, it wasn't like pushy or anything. Yeah. And then so anyway, I bought a Telluride. I have a Telluride. And then so we put the 4-year-old. I'm like, so we were waiting, so she had to change the 2-year-old, and then I'm like, all right, let's go. Can I see kids' names or no?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey Jack, come on, let's go. I want to show you the new car. So then he gets in and he looks around and he's like, you should buy us car seats. Like, yeah, that's the plan. Pixel Shell 199. Thank you so much, Pixel Shell. Appreciate you. How do we get your autograph? I live in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. I know Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario borders Michigan, but I didn't know there was a Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. I'll just email me. I'll just send me your address. I'll just send one to you. My mom has a Palisade. It's awesome. Yeah, so the Palisade and the Telluride are as to what the Sunfire and the
Where are you going with this?
what was the Chevrolet product. Someone's gonna know immediately. Anyway, they're the same vehicle, just reskinned, basically. You still need to follow your dad back on Insta. Someone's gonna know this. No, not Cobalt. It wasn't Cobalt. It was before that. Oh, why can't I think of it? I test drove one before I bought my Sunfire. Cavalier. Thank you. Yes. So the Sunfire and the Cavalier were the same vehicle reskinned. The Palisade and the Telluride are the same thing. They're like the same vehicle, basically. Not Tahoe. So originally, I wanted to buy either a Tahoe or a Yukon, but they literally cost twice as much, and you don't get twice. Like, and I'm just like, could I spend the extra 60 grand on that, or like I don't know, a child's education, or sailfin dragon enclosure? Like like priorities. So
Yeah, we're priorities.
Yeah. I have 32 leopard geckos in a 20-gallon tank. Why is the tank so big? Kind of showed you test driving. Kind of just showed your age test driving a Cavalier. So I test drove a Cavalier. I think it was a Z24 was the model, and this was in 2009. Was when I bought my first car.
Oh God,
And it was so cool because the windows were automatic, which was a cool thing back then, and the buttons were in the middle instead of on the door, which I thought was super cool. Nice. And and my dad's like, "No, you should buy the Sunfire instead." So I bought the Sunfire instead. And realistically, it was actually a good. And realistically, it was a good choice. So I drove that Sunfire until 2014. Then I drove a Charger until 2020, and then I drove that truck until today. I already miss it. I was in diapers in 2009. Shut up. I graduated high school in 2009. Ugh.
I graduated high school in 2010.
Stop.
Oh, sorry, no, 2014.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, stop. My sister graduated in 2009. You were born in 2009? Oh, I hate all of this. So it's so funny. The zookeeper here, she was like, "Oh yeah, I remember. I forget what it was." She's like, "Yeah, I was 4," and I'm like, "I what?" The year that the zookeeper that works here was born is the year I went into high school.
Somebody asked me if I was going to retake this.
I would like you to if you want to go. The third week of July usually. We'll figure it out. Yeah, suburban. So suburban Tahoe, Yukon, whatever. What?
I was born in 1812. Do you want to come on the informal history and do some things?
1812 was the year that Canada burned down the White House. So I want to do anyway. When you didn't have buttons to roll down the windows. My mom said you're old when you didn't have buttons to. Yeah, so my Sunfire was roll down windows. It didn't have buttons. Yeah. Oh.
Anything
uh,
that is creepy.
2009. People are breaking curfew. Yeah, that's old. How old were you when you went to your reptile expo? My first one? I don't think I went to a reptile expo until 2013, probably. Like it was a while. Oh, it's the 6th of July? Really? They're doing it early?
That's my phone.
So July 6th apparently is when Retech Fest is.
What day is that?
It's a Saturday. It would be a Saturday. So we could leave on the Saturday morning, and then we'd probably stay till Sunday. And I would love to show you around Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh's awesome. I'm 37-year-old man active. Please make Mount. Have you ever been to St. Louis? No. Is it normal for my children to shed their skin?
Are they burned?
Yeah, are they sunburned? Can we roll down windows? Keep fit windows. What?
I don't know either.
I don't know.
We're not getting it. I'm so sorry.
Happy birthday, 31-year-old. I was born in 1819. That's pretty cool. How old? The children are 2 and 4. Big stretch happening in the back. Oh yeah, look. Can you earnestly help my name my? Stop. Can you have venomous reptiles in Canada? Yes, depending on where in Canada. Canada doesn't have any like sweeping. Oh, my dad just messaged me when I missed it. Sweeping laws. So it depends where you live. Like most places, no, but some places, yes. Yeah. Summarize what you said about cohabitation. If it's the same stuff I've already said, basically. I have a genius idea. Put a viper with a leopard geckos. I could put a leopard gecko and a Dodge Viper, though. That'd be pretty cool. Don't spend on somebody on cars.
Baby, I'm okay with you spending your own money. Just don't be reckless.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to buy a Dodge Viper because it's a death trap.
And also, like, is that the one that you were like, oh, it's only $500,000?
No, the Vipers aren't $500,000. It was like 112 or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Just got a Yukon at that point.
That's true. Fun watching Snake in the background. Please make a mountain. I will. Okay. Just tell me if you think Ruby is too on the nose.
It's also like going so fast, it's hard to read. How to type on
Do you understand that? I don't
No.
get it either. Okay. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for being part of this 3-hour.
Still 240 people, that's insane.
I know. That's.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Oh, pink eye. I think they said that you're going to get hentai on Christmas. Like they're like, I know my audience; they're going to like that. How's Jimmy doing? He's doing great. I was thinking of getting a yellow Euromastics. You should do it. How much leopard geckos does it take to beat children in a fight? Oh, we should try that. That's a good video.
Good luck with your homework.
Oh, wow! Thank you for the late super chat. April Biggs, 1999. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Child vs Anaconda. We should really like make. I mean, they cost money. We should make money off them. You know.
Good night.
No, we didn't even get close to a nipple piercing. We're like 10% of where we need to be. This was not a very lucrative live stream, but that's okay. This was actually a lot of fun.
No, don't end this.
My throat is. I would need another drink if we started doing this.
I can take him out and we can just talk. He can sit in my spot and he can just read the comments.
Yeah, do you want 10 minutes with just Trish? Let me know. If you need any children for your new video ideas, I can provide some. 2 is plenty. We're gonna make 17 more, but yeah. Do you play Rocket League? I don't even know what that is. Best large reptiles for apartments. Hillary Clinton. This is your first live stream? This is the first one. This one was different than all the rest of them, but thank you for showing up. Yeah, go upstairs. You need any need for teenagers, and I'm there. Turts and Herps, you're always invited. Always. We're actually going to invite her to the wedding. I don't know if she's going to show up. We should book it like around the Reptile Expo just so that it's like worth it for her to show up. Yeah, we won't go to it. We're gonna be busy. What? There was less pickle juice chugging this time around.
The pickles taste like sandy.
Sandy.
I've had 3 of them and they all tasted like sandy.
I haven't eaten any. I've only drank the juice.
Well, you should maybe try some more pickles. Somebody send $2 for Adam to eat 3 pickles at once.
Yeah. If you send me $2, I'll eat 3 pickles at once. I thought you said you should try your own pickle juice. I'm like, that's inappropriate. What is my oldest pet? She's 27. Does your fiance hate this little thing? Clean and fill your pickle juice bowl every night. Yeah, she does. Shit. All right.
No, all once.
Yeah, I know.
That was the deal.
I know.
Okay. Show him in there, baby. That's what she said. No, it has to be a big one. Give me that one. Don't be a beep. Thank you, Tyler.
Look at my pants. Put them in there, baby.
Oh no.
No. Slurp it down. Oh, there's so many jokes. It's so late. I feel like I could eat one more thing. You gotta talk if I'm not talking. Oh.
These ones don't taste sandy. The first three that I had taste sandy.
And you play Fluffy Bunny with pickles. I'm not young enough. I don't know what that means.
It's isn't it Fuzzy Bunny?
What's it mean?
Chubby Bunny. It's Chubby Bunny.
What's that?
You like shove like marshmallows in your mouth and you say Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. You can't say Chubby Bunny or until you die.
Oh. Oh, Tick just... Yeah, okay. So I always call her Tick, so I don't know if it's Tikali or Tikale. But she's been a moderator for like 3 years, so I should know.
Maybe you should ask her to put in like syllables of how it's...
Children can survive forever on an all pickle diet. I've tried it. Pickle with Simplified Blue.
Hey, Max.
Not being asked anything. We're talking about you quietly and pretending that we're not talking about you so that...
Pretending that he doesn't know how to pronounce your name.
Yeah. I play on his behalf. I don't know what's happening, but you should all follow Mystic Animals. Wickens look at pickles. I bit my tongue earlier. Bro.
Well, maybe you should not do that. Just a thought. Oh, I heard my phone. My phone's in the other room.
These pickles do taste kind of weird. Yeah.
Like I have like a
Tick and then ale. Tikale. Okay. I thought it was Tikali the whole time.
Also, yeah.
I feel like kind of an idiot.
Pickle.
What size enclosure do you house your pickles in? 1 liter.
Oh, I should go get that jar that my mom like got for Christmas.
Oh yeah, go get it. Do children get... Children do get cannibalistic. In fact, the reason that we reprimand the 2-year-old most of the time is because he tries to eat his brother. So, yeah. What size enclosure does Donald Trump need? I don't know. What's the square footage of the White House? Homie, are you covered in pickle juice? Yeah. Like, literally, just pickle juice. Yeah. What's that? Oh, Gushers? Sick. 2 liters.
It
doesn't look
like it doesn't look that big compared to that one.
Yeah, but like...
But it's huge.
Hold on.
My hands don't go around it.
There you go.
Here. Nelly, upstairs. That one.
Don't let Trish replay lifting your shirt. I lifted it like this much to show like...
Yeah.
Hey, bro, just started watching because my kid's a dick and didn't... My dad says that I'm a dick because I didn't tell him that there was a live stream. Hey, Dad. My dad didn't notice that I'm doing a live stream because he's a dick and doesn't follow my social media. That's actually not true. My dad follows everything that I do. And my dad will message me and be like, hey, did you see what this thing happened in the reptile community? I'm like, you're not... What? Like, no. Thanks for letting me know, though. He knows before everybody else. I'm going to get you a bigger jar of pickles. Thanks. Yes, Trey. Don't follow my dad back, apparently. I didn't know that.
Yo, Sushi King.
She was probably talking to you. Yeah. I'm relatively near a pickle factory in Michigan. Really? How many pickles do you eat a week, bro? Let's not get started. You're kind of like a pickle factory. You've only made boys so far. Anyway, when are you going to get a monitor? I have one. It's 49-inch curved. I love how it turns to nerves every time I say something somewhat inappropriate. She's like, bye. Yeah,
Yes, the kids love pickles.
it's true. Adam Pickle? Pickle? Adam
Pickle
Pickle?
too?
Pickle?
You pickle too?
What happened to 10 minutes with.
We were just going.
You
No, I'm kidding.
just
I'm
want me
just
to, want me to dip out? If
No,
you guys
okay.
if you guys want 10 minutes with just Trish, I can leave. Kind of got to pee a bit.
You gotta send $25.
No, someone will actually do it.
Did you see my reply when I said no, we're not doing that?
What?
And
No.
you're like, oh, what is that? Like when the live first started.
No.
Somebody was like, oh, do you and your girlfriend have an OnlyFans?
Oh no.
And I'm like, what?
Hell no.
Yes, go away, Adam.
Yeah, no. What are the most demanding care-wise animals in your collection? I would say the dead chameleon. Probably the retics, just because they make everything messy. Because they're so active and big.
And also the snakes in the racks dump all their water every day. So
That's true. Do you think Brian Barchuk would have kept Titanoboa as a pet? Yeah, Brian's wild, and he definitely would. You don't like pickles? Someone ban this guy. White wants a corn snake. I want a gray banded king. Whose side are you on? Yours. Gray banded kings are cooler. Teach me how to breed snails. I don't know how.
it'd be fun.
Yep. I just don't know. I just don't know anything about them. Please, what? Can you please tell me how to convince my parents to get a leopard gecko? Become 18 and start paying rent. That's what worked for me. And I just did it. Right? Yeah. Ban. Feed them. I don't know anything about breeding snails. Depends how comfortable the couch is. Convince your mom to get a snake. Good luck, dude. Like, my mom still doesn't like these reptile rooms. Like, she came over the other day to do laundry here. So I have a huge laundry machine. I didn't really even realize how big it was when I bought it. It's like this massive drum, and it doesn't have an agitator. So when my mom needs to wash her comforter, she shows up to my house and washes it. And she took care of Flutie last week, my dog, and Flutie puked on her comforter, so she came here to wash her blanket or her comforter. And for sure, I know she ran down the stairs, ran back up. Like, she does not like these snakes. There's no way I could have kept snakes when I was living at home. Just good luck.
So I didn't realize this when I first started coming around.
Oh,
And I grabbed one of the reptiles from the thing and I was like, look how cool this thing is, and she jumped and started screaming, and it was the funniest thing.
I had one of the big geckos, and then she had it this close to my mom's face.
Yeah, it was fairly close. So I was like, Linda, look how cute, and then she just.
Yeah, my mom actually didn't show up to this one. She always shows up. Yeah,
Maybe she also didn't know.
maybe also. Your parents are very different. Yeah, my dad doesn't mind the reptiles. Like, he doesn't handle them or anything, but he does he'll come and.
Can't hear your fiance anymore. Am I too quiet?
Trish does this thing where she'll speak to you when you're 2 rooms away. As if she's whispering into your ear. So that doesn't.
I don't want to yell.
Is your mom trying to get you something like a regular job, or she is conditioned? I don't know what's going on. Are you a herpetologist, or are you just knowledgeable? I'm not a herpetologist, bro. I graduated grade 12 barely, and then that was it. Like, I didn't go to school after that.
This was for you, but not me.
That's funny. I went to Clint's reptile room with my grandpa, and he was terrified. Yeah.
They're all red.
Red. How are you gonna do your hair for? How am I gonna do my hair for the wedding?
Nice look back was nice.
Slick,
Nice look for you. Maybe a mullet.
maybe. Which type of dark frog do you do? hate this little thing that you can't read the bottom comment.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Throw it out. No, I look like George Costanza. You guys don't like that. Which type of dark frog are you going? I don't like. Thank you so much for commenting, but I maybe just read it back before you hit send. Won't you even talk about it, please? Help. Talk about what?
Talk about the fact that they want. Is that the reptile person that they wanted a breakup? My mom died. Won't you let me talk about it, please?
Okay, so keep in mind these comments move fast. So whatever you want me to talk about, like put in the comment. Like I can't scroll up to
I'm
look.
so done with begging.
Adam, do you like a? I can't say that word. Stop it. What type of dart frog do you plan to make your tattoo? This one? It's a Lucamella. I already have one. Oh, you mean this one? Oh, I'm covering this whole arm. This is crap. It's probably gonna be like constellations and like space stuff. Yeah, or like you ever see those blackouts where it's not blackout? They just keep like small little designs or something. Where in Canada do you live? Let me give you my postal code. No. Southern Ontario.
Oh, we smacks got it. Oh, we missed that one.
Yeah, what did I miss? Do you like
Oh, that was the. Maybe I'm wrong for that one.
sorry, don't know. I read it at 4th grade level. I don't know what to tell you. I say that so often people think I'm serious.
I was about to make a super creepy stalker joke. Oh, geez. Treasure is like, it's actually,
Have you ever owned Ackies? Yeah, I have an Ackie right now. We just showed it.
yeah.
Just moved north to Oshawa. Gross. I live by the Reptarian. That's cool. Love what you do.
I'll
I
buy you
do.
dinner. That's fun.
Let me know when you come. I'll buy you dinner. Oh, cool. Well, whenever they open, like whenever the Legacy opens, I hope I get an invite, and I'll definitely be there for that. What year did I start on YouTube? January 14th, 2019. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Turds and Herps, is you live far. Yeah, but for sure, like whenever. So I think for the Legacy, I don't actually know, but I assume they're going to do an invite only thing first. And then they'll probably do a public thing after that. We'll see. Even if I don't get invited,
No.
what?
I'm watching on my TV and typing on my phone. I think it's more views.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. So like I did grow pretty fast. Like, yeah, I'm pretty. You have 6K
Yeah.
saved. So Turns and Herps, yeah, good for you. I remember last year your mom was like, yeah, she's however much money, 2 grand or whatever. She saved all summer, and then this is what she wanted to do. I'm like, that's wild. Good for you. That's awesome. Legacy is like a 4.5 hour drive from me. That's same like it's about 4 hours for me. Yeah, thanks. I love the shirt also. So I wore this shirt the day after I got this tattoo, and this tattoo leaked all over it. And I thought it was gonna stain, and I got so upset, but it came out. Best place to get a big PVC enclosure in Ontario, like a 6 foot plus.
Moving to the States? Are you?
So Reptile Ready, I like a lot, but I don't know if they make bigger ones. So I don't know. I am not moving to the States.
Why?
Exhibit A. Why no Diamond or Frankie out? Because we had him out already. Is Clint a I don't think Clint's a herpetologist. I actually don't know. I know he's a scientist. I actually don't know the answer to that question. I know he's really smart.
This person really wants a leprechaun when their parents are just like, shoot him down.
I would go. I would go. Raptor, blah, 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 ski, ski, ski. Back.
Why no Diamond or Frankie out?
I already just answered that.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
PhD in zoology and biology. Well, there you go. Yeah, I just wasn't a school person. That's all. I just wasn't a school person. How much does enclosure size matter? It that's I don't even know how to answer that. How about 1 day and 10 hours from the Legacy? Gosh, darn. It's a lot.
That's
I would take a
insane.
flight, bro. Let's see the ring. The ring is at the jewelry shop being sized. But if you want to see it, it's on Instagram.
I'll show him the next slide.
Yeah. I have to go by. So do we. It's been 3 hours. Over 3 hours. 189 minutes. I'm sleepy. For the little kiss on your shoulder a bit ago, she loves you. Yeah, I hope she loves me. Opinion on Alexis on Fire. We're going to see Alexis on Fire in the summer. And I love Alexis on Fire. They're the best. Did you see that thing that I sent you about
I
that other
did.
concert?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay. One way or another, I'm going to. I actually don't like Protest the Hero, but I like Monine a lot. Oh God, Protest the Hero is like Christian rock. It's weird. Are you planning to make a comeback in stand up? I hate that you say it's a comeback. It means that I've been away for a long time. I just haven't been doing much. It's not like I am not doing it. Like I did one like last week, but
Yeah.
I just yeah, it's life's been busy. Trying to catch up. Will the lights being on mess up the reptiles day night? No. I mean, it's been on for a couple extra hours, so it's gonna be totally fine. You said that in minute 5 of the stream, dude. I said what minute 5 of the stream? Favorite subgenre is post-hardcore probably or metalcore, but no, I'm not gonna do. What did I say in minute 5? I listen to a lot of music, different types. Likely asked and already answered. Have you and Darian resolved your issues? There's so much time. So here's the deal. I don't talk about people. I talk to people, and Darian has not reached out to me. So Darian made the post before his employee reached out to me to cancel our sponsorship. So yeah, I don't think we have an issue really. We had he said that he doesn't agree with keeping 6 leopard geckos in an enclosure or his enclosure, which is fine. He still sponsors Reptiles, which advocates on their care guide for keeping reptiles together. So, and I do believe that Gohar is still, or at the time of the video about having, was also featured on Duke. So, anyway, I don't talk about people, I talk to people, and that's it. On your little chin chin? Okay. And that's not, I mean, minute 10. What was minute 10? What was minute 10? Are you, what, Subaru? No. So, what's the Subaru? The biggest one that? Yeah, the Ascent is ugly. And no, I'm not interested. And also, how many lights are on your Subaru when you turn it on?
Oh, it's a Christmas tree, but it has a turbo, so it's
And my favorite feature about your Subaru is every time you turn left, it makes a clunk 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 to let you know that you're
But guess
turning
what?
left.
When I turn right, it slows down, baby.
Yeah, so it doesn't make it when you turn right, but only when you turn left.
And also,
Yeah.
I can go really fast.
Sure. Okay.
Be back to like 135 minutes.
Yeah. You've also got 170 in my truck, but I don't own it anymore, so. Darian has demonstrated a tendency to be rather impulsive for a public figure. I already said what my thought on this was, and yeah, I mean, he's trying to sell enclosures and he's trying to make money, so he's just doing what he has to do. Sherry LBW, what's up, Sherry? $10. Congratulations, you guys. Glad I managed to catch the live. Well, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a long-time supporter. I really appreciate you. Oh,
Hi,
major sound
Christina.
issue. Is it still major sound issue? No, it's not her diff fluid. That's not it. The
It's
front
like
end.
I changed my odor Tyrant, and I thought that would have fixed it, and it didn't. But usually when you change one, you should change both, but I only changed one. But it's still clicking on the one side, on the same side where it was like an issue, so.
Yeah. Super. I get super jokes, but I can't make the jokes. Okay. It's
I only
okay.
have 3 reptiles. Which one do you pick? That's a good question.
Kratos, Frankie, Diamond. Okay, it's okay. Want to go to bed? This is
Yeah.
okay. I'm very sleepy. Thank you guys so much for showing up and being part of this 3.5-hour live stream. It's been a fun time, and new Reptile Room camera picked up people. It's us.
Oh wow, that's very.
I think the call is coming from inside the house. Okay. Anyway, later, alligators. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you. If you want to talk on Discord, maybe tomorrow, but not tonight. And yeah, that's. I don't. Do you have anything else to say?
Bye. Good night. Later, Gators.
Okay. Oh, and also check out my informal history. There's a link right here that Tick Ale just posted. Please do check it out. Would really appreciate you. Doot. Oh, why doesn't the thing pop up? I feel like an idiot. How do I even stop this? Doot.